What's up, y'all? What an exciting day. Welcome to episode 2, season 2 of the Hooligan Sports Podcast. As I had it all completely mixed up. That's the whole thing of being live. I'm Christian.
I still got
a fan of the NFC champion San Francisco 49ers.
He brought it out.
Why did you
Well, that's interesting. I'm just kidding. We're gonna discuss that later. That's another story for another time. Anyways, I'm Christian, as usual, joined by my motley crew of other hooligans. This gentleman here with the soundboard.
Yes.
What's your name?
Is there a right answer?
I'm actually glad you brought
What's
the
your
soundboard.
government name?
What's your,
My full
your full legal name?
What is
followed
your?
by your social security. I'm DJ. Are we gonna go around?
We're just gonna go around. We got some new faces to the group tonight.
I'm DJ. Nice to meet you guys.
DJ.
So we're turning
Although
back.
I was looking for my applause for myself, and I.
So we got returning back for the second straight episode.
The Godfather.
Are we just gonna skip Rob?
I need the money.
Well, we'll do some Hey, that's for last.
You're already learning how Bustos is in this show.
He's gonna walk out halfway through the show.
Screw this. I'm sick of this.
I watched it.
Screw these guys.
Oh, I know.
I've seen this.
I know.
We got, of course, the Godfather. You got me, Bustos, and our newest.
Hooligan.
Hooligan.
Yeah.
Bustos, you lead us halfway into this intro. You build it up. And I'm looking at him, waiting where he's going with it, and he's looking at me like, all right.
Pick it up.
Pick it up.
You're
Totally-
worse than my intro right now.
Totally killed Rob's vibe.
I am definitely one of those guys.
He's like, the new one, say your name because I don't know it.
He's like,
Yeah, exactly.
And our newest guy, the guy.
It's the
guy,
guy.
and so like we were going to talk about.
like we were saying, the Astros, wow.
Yes, the Astros.
Or you can do what they made me do and give your full legal name and
No, we don't
social
need
security
that.
card.
We don't need it. The Godfather is good.
Wow.
Wow.
It's a live show, guys. Come on.
It's a live show. This is what happens when you're live, all right? This is what happens
We
when you're
also
live.
hear our show live happening. All right, guys. A week since we have last obviously had an episode. A lot has happened in this week. We'll start off with football. We know we have a juicy baseball story in the works, but let's give Christian his 30 seconds because
That's all he's going to get.
That's all he's gonna get because
I hope Tommy's logged on to the
Right.
chat. I want to see what he said.
Oh my God, Tom.
Where's Tommy?
yeah, where is Tommy? We need to hear him as far
He's
as
probably in Ireland.
Yeah.
the 49ers.
I mean, or in Vegas somewhere.
Yeah.
Can we mute his mic already?
Yeah.
Can we just cut that mic?
Oh,
Let it out.
Did it get me?
Let it out.
feels so good right now.
Now you know how
There we
we
go.
felt last year.
It's true.
I know. But
I'm
at
praying
least-
that you score 3 points.
I'm certain that unlike the Rams, we're gonna at least get 2 touchdowns in the Super Bowl and give people in the region a free Jumbo Jack with the purchase of a large drink.
You got to put the
Next day.
disclaimer in there.
I mean,
With the purchase of a large drink.
that was a whooping. That game was over after the
I
first
knew.
quarter.
I'm not gonna lie. I didn't watch the game.
It was.
I
I know. I was texting
busy
DJ
today.
tonight. He wasn't responding. I was like, where is
Honestly,
he?
to be
out.
fair, the
Honestly-
Packers missed the game for the most part.
Yeah. They-
I just lobbed down up to you.
Aaron Rodgers out there in that second half because I was like, oh.
Is this a comeback?
I mean,
But-
it was basically over before half.
Yeah.
I mean, it was
Totally short.
It was.
Raheem Mostert.
Well, we played-
With the hat trick tonight?
Yeah.
No, he had
Yeah,
4.
Yeah, 4.
Yeah,
Yeah.
4.
Hat trick plus
Unlike
one?
Joe Thornton, he's somebody in the Bay Area that can actually score 4 times in a game.
Wow.
Wow. Wait, did you
Wait
say?
for it!
Set it
Wait,
up
did
for
you say Joe Thornton?
That San Jose, 0 Stanley Cups.
Y'all saw what I did there? You see what I did there?
That was the
right?
lob back.
You know?
We're Splash Brothers.
0
I
cut.
mean, Lob City.
I mean, I missed that.
what?
The soundbite right there.
Yeah, we had noticed before this episode that it's been a minute since we
Yeah.
played our Ron Burgundy.
Yeah.
Well, that's the
San
first
Jose.
one of season 2.
Of
so.
season 2. That is. That's
Okay,
correct.
Christian. How excited are you about your Niners victory?
All right, all joking aside, making fun of having my fun with everything. It's after what the team has gone through the last few years. I think dating back to the last year in Candlestick, actually, they got eliminated in the NFC Championship game against Seattle that year, and the year after that they went 8-8. They got eliminated that
got
year.
loud.
The first year. Yeah, they got eliminated that year, and then the decline was really started because you had Harbaugh leaving. So the year after that they went 5-11. 2016 when the Rams returned to Los Angeles, they went 2-14 both games against the Rams. Then there was a little bit of promise. Like, they started out 0-10 in 2017. Then they got Garoppolo and became the starter, and they won their last 6 games. And it was the start of what we thought what was going to happen this season. What was going to happen last year, but it happened this year.
Because he blew out his knee.
Because Jimmy G game 1 gets hurt. Or game 2.
No, he got injured in the third game.
So third game? Yeah.
The third game against Kansas City. And,
Basically, you go from being the second worst team, having the number 2 pick in the draft last year, drafting Nick Bosa, who's made the biggest difference on your team that any rookie could make, maybe of all time.
And made the Pro Bowl this year.
Made the Pro Bowl.
Yeah.
To now being in the Super Bowl. That's an accomplishment itself. Yeah. From being second worst to being in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, the Bosa brothers are no joke, man.
I know.
Just like the Watt brothers and all those guys.
Oh, yeah.
Man.
Bosa are the first family of football this year, right now.
Yeah.
The Bosa?
Bosa's, yeah.
Like a Bosa.
Yeah, Bosa. And then don't they have like a third one, like still in college somewhere?
Probably.
Somewhere.
They're the stalls of the NFL.
No,
He's going to be like the kicker or something.
Yeah.
Right.
He's going to be a kicker.
I mean, the Watts have 3 people too.
Yeah.
NFL.
JJ, Derek, and I think Kevin Watt.
No. JJ, Derek, and TJ.
TJ, all right.
Pittsburgh.
Derek is with the Chargers.
Derek's the fullback for the Chargers.
Fullback, and then defense on.
All right, but how do you personally feel? We got the backstory on how the Niners got here.
Yeah.
This has just been a really surreal.
Put this up there in your sports.
Like legitimately, like I'm not even trying to be cocky. I legitimately this has been like the most humbling season so far. Like I'm happy that my team is doing as well as they have.
Put it up here in either Dodgers or King moments or.
It better not be. It better be.
Yeah,
below,
where's it ranking for you right now?
I hope it's below the Kings moments.
Even Dodgers.
Well, the Dodgers haven't won a World Series, so
But I
mean, the Niners haven't won the Super Bowl either.
95.
They
95.
No, I mean like
you were
something to compare to as far as your experience.
On the magnitude, it's like all right. I'm more of a baseball and hockey fan, so the Dodgers winning it all at some point will literally trump everything.
Top of the pyramid.
But it will tower everything. I saw it.
And he's back.
I'd say the Niners would be like number 3 or number 2, number 3.
Above a Galaxy win, below a Dodger King win.
I'm
asking the hard questions here.
It's messed up.
It's like
You guilt trip me on my damn glory.
How are you trying to rank your favorite kids? Ranking your favorite kids, you can't.
No, don't do that.
Yeah, but we all have a favorite.
I was gonna say there might be one that's a little more special. You're like, I'll answer that later.
Yeah, talk about that. I'm just happy.
Don't ruin
I'm
this
just
one,
happy
man.
that
He's riding high off the
I'm just
wave.
happy that that my
Putting it
team
down,
is
putting
doing
it down.
my football
Don't
team
ruin
is
this one,
doing well. Like now we're in the Super Bowl. And we're 1 win away from potentially getting our 6th Super Bowl title. In franchise history.
But there's a guy named Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
He's going to try to stop
I
it.
think obviously the toughest challenge.
Yeah.
The Niners.
But Niners have a good defense.
They do.
They have.
They make
defense.
the 2 games against Aaron Rodgers, including today.
Yeah.
They made Aaron Rodgers look like
Make him look like.
They make it look like
no discount double check.
Yeah,
today.
exactly.
I was done. Today.
He made the Niners defense made Aaron Rodgers really consider maybe switching over to Allstate.
Wow.
Well, I think because the one reason why is Nick Bosa's pass rush. They got so
That
much
sounded
pressure.
very familiar.
They got so much pressure on Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
The thing is, you can't do that with Mahomes. He'll run out and
He's
scramble
mobile.
for like 20 yards.
He's very mobile. He'll run across
Like that
the
play-
end of the field and throw it
Sidearm.
diagonally sidearm
Sidearm.
on the other side of the field.
Or tiptoe like he did during the game today, where he tiptoed the sideline and cut back and broke 2 tackles
made
and
it.
scored a
While looking at
touchdown.
the other coach.
Yeah, I know.
While drinking a
Walking eye
Gatorade.
contact.
Yeah.
Drinking a Gatorade.
Yeah.
So
There were some injuries tonight too on the Niners squad.
Oh, yeah,
which was
Ted-
a little concerning.
Tevin Coleman had a issue
Yeah.
with his elbow early on. He got the first down on a big run and
Yeah.
didn't realize it. Like it looked like it was nothing, but then as time progressed on the timeout, it was just like he couldn't even.
Bosa got
He couldn't
dinged
even
up
walk.
a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
for a second there.
Coleman, it was not miss as
No, not at all. Not at all.
As a
No.
third,
I mean-
as a third string running back goes
Yeah.
for 220 yards.
Breaking
And that's
re-
the
he broke-
thing about
breaking
Raheem
records
Mostert.
today.
That's the thing about Raheem Mostert. He's been doing that a few times. He's done that a couple times this year. Where like
Oh, yeah.
when he's given the opportunity to be the running back, he'll go out there and he'll just get yards.
Yeah, I've had him for fantasy football for a couple of games because
That is a sleeper pick for sure.
I was desperate because
And
I had a
it
running
paid
back
off for you,
entry.
I think.
So
He's a closet Niners fan,
He
too.
didn't give you.
Oh yeah.
After all he gives you
he didn't-
about it, he's
Right.
a closet Niners
Yeah.
fan.
Secret.
He didn't give you. He doesn't give you many touchdowns. He doesn't give you many touchdowns, but he gives you the big yards, big play.
All right, so
Yeah.
last week we all made our picks, and I think we all chose
Chiefs
Chiefs,
versus
Niners. So I think everybody, right? We
Yeah.
all had the same one?
We had the audio.
All right, so now we got to make the Super Bowl pick, even though we're still a couple weeks away.
Subject
As
to
of
change.
right now.
Subject to change 2 weeks before the
Right.
game.
As of right now, we already know who Christian's choosing.
Doesn't matter.
The Chiefs.
Clearly the
Chiefs.
LA Wildcats.
Wow.
Just kidding. Of course.
That's the next segment.
Right?
Yeah.
XFL.
Don't jump on yourself.
$1 million game, everybody.
You see
They just
the-
released the rules. Well, we'll talk about that.
We
They
are,
just
I think we
released-
talked about that last week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see there's some video out
Did
there.
they release
training
more rules though?
camp. No, the same
Was that
ones.
recently?
I saw some video of training camp of them
Yeah.
training.
All right, Super,
Eventually, we're gonna have the
Super Bowl
Wildcats
pick.
logo in the background here.
Super Bowl.
all right, Boostos, you're first.
He just wants to make the
And
point
I
spread.
need
you
the-
don't
I
care.
need the score, too.
I don't care about the game. I'm just trying to figure out what I want to
Wait,
do.
you gotta
He
use
wants
this theme
commercials.
song.
Oh, hold on. All right, Boostos. What's the official Boostos pick?
That poor flute. That poor flute.
I just say I'd like the under. That's all I'm going to give right now.
No, you gotta make a pick.
Pick
don't
a
know.
team.
Pick a
Who's
team.
gonna win?
I don't know. I gotta look at this matchup. I think
That's why it's your early pick, not your
Okay.
final pick.
early pick will be Kansas City,
Interesting.
but I've been going back and forth sometimes. So the Niners do have a good chance to win this game.
But you're ultimately choosing the Chiefs.
Yeah. Well, I'm definitely rooting for the Chiefs, but
For
I'm
sure.
choosing the Chiefs
sure.
right
Yep.
now.
All right, Christian, let's hear it.
Of course, who's those picks, KC?
Wait.
I honestly.
We could just skip him.
Yeah,
I mean, what's the point?
I was gonna pick the London Tilly Nannies. Actually. Obviously, I'm picking the Niners
Final score.
team. It'll be a shootout. I think I have the Niners winning 34-31.
Interesting. Rico, what's it gonna be? Do you have a theme song yet?
No.
Let's give you.
John Cena.
Oh man, you need a Godfather song.
That would.
Yeah.
I think both teams are going into the Super Bowl high with a good high on their, morale, but I think the Niners are edging them just a little bit.
So that's 2 Niners so
I
far.
think I'm gonna have to go with the Niners. I don't want to hear it at home, so I gotta support wifey on her team. So.
Oh, that's what it's about.
Hi, Cynthia.
He's the one getting in trouble.
yeah.
Right. He thought about
Smart
the
man.
big picture.
Smart
Yeah, I think big.
He
guys.
got
I
big
think
picture on it.
I'm not thinking about
Rob,
that.
what's your
Cynthia
pick?
Star, friend of the podcast.
Hold on, theme song.
Oh, he's ganging. Look at a G right there. Huh?
Always goes back
You know how
to
much
that.
he's wanted that song? They're like, no, you get the Fox
I don't even have a
So
theme
now he's
song.
gonna just give me the
I'll
look
get
the
you
whole
one.
rest of the time now. See?
You're not jealous. Yeah, you did have a theme song. It was. Where is it? That was an accidental press. That was not on purpose, but I'll allow it. I did not. I was actually going to give you the one that I feel like you would want.
That's literally the sound when
But no, you
when
got-
I'm in like a mid.
That's the one you got though. All right,
It's been
Rob.
a lot of
What's the pick?
The best part of it's gonna be the halftime show anyway.
What?
Watching J-Lo and
J-Lo and
Shakira.
Shakira.
So
Shakira.
I heard
that's
even
what I'm
even
rooting
not
for.
getting along in the pre-rehearsals.
That's fine.
Your TMZ.
Who was it? J-Lo, Shakira, or
That's
something like
fine.
that?
Yeah.
That's all you need to see. No, I think the Niners.
You're like Shakira by 14.
Hips don't lie.
Shakira by 14.
Who was your pick?
The Niners. The
Niners?
win. I can't go for
So
KC.
3
They're in my division, man.
Yeah, same here too.
Oh, we were actually talking about this Raiders fan. We were like, this puts
Oh,
the
wow.
Raiders fans in the toughest spot because on one hand,
It's the Bay.
it's the Bay with the Niners.
Second,
the
it's
other
the
hand,
AFC West, right?
Yeah, the rival
See,
Chiefs.
that's what we're talking about all the time. Like I go against my division, and then we have the Battle of the Bay. But let's get real. My season's over,
Hey,
so I'm not part of the Bay anymore. We are now Las
Yeah,
Vegas. So
I know, you're not part of the
It
Bay.
doesn't even
You
matter.
played the Vegas card.
Oh,
So 702.
And I'm from LA anyway.
702.
Oakland fans don't like LA fans.
You're like,
But
don't
no,
mind.
yeah, I think the Niners are going to go away with this. Their season just, Jimmy G is going to
Deej?
go off, I think.
What do you think?
Hold on. Let me give myself a theme song. I'll be with you with this.
I honestly thought that's when we were gonna lead in afterwards with the Bustos report theme.
Last time we gave him the other theme, so I stuck with it.
Yeah.
My depressed pick,
Though.
as a sad Rams fan,
Oh
I
yeah,
have no other choice but to choose
you
the
got to
Chiefs.
go for KC. You
Chiefs
have
by
to.
50.
So that,
How am I a Charger fan and able to root for the Chiefs?
Yeah.
Because you're the worst Chargers fan in the world. We say that all the time. You're the world's worst Chargers fan. We're actually going to change your Twitter handle to the world's worst Chargers fan.
Speaking of Chargers, Phillip Rivers.
Oh yeah, moving out of San
Is
Diego.
he done with San Diego? With the
Yeah.
Chargers?
out of San
yeah?
Diego,
He's
moving
done.
to Florida.
Moving to Florida and up
Hence-
for talks on
Hence,
his contract.
Jameis Winston's done. He's going to Tampa Bay.
So, does that mean your Tom Brady
There's
theory
that's
is
still a
coming
rumor.
together?
I mean, it opens it up more and more.
I mean, he did say like
Tom
the other day
Brady
he's
ju-
going to go into negotiations. He's
Tom
ready
Brady-
for
He's
it,
going to
so.
free agency.
Tom Brady said he's willing to move. I mean, there's only 2 or 3 teams.
He's a California guy too, right? Didn't he go?
I mean,
to
he
He's from Northern California.
North
He was-
Carolina,
there was-
Cali?
Discounts for
I was
someone. He might as well
watching-
get
Has a
paid.
home out here.
I was watching.
And
the,
like we were,
The
yeah.
Chargers are going to overpay for him anyway. So
And
let's let
they're
him
trying to
do
make
it.
a big bang in the new stadium. And
Yeah.
you're telling me Tom Brady
Flex
won't sell
move?
out SoFi?
yeah.
Yeah.
So I was watching
the only way
The
to
ESPN.
get
Chargers are
there.
already tired of like people in LA like making fun. I'm like, oh, we'll show you.
We'll
Right?
show you
Like,
damn
this is
it.
the
We
last.
got Jared Goff. Well, we got Tom Brady
They're gonna try to pull.
It doesn't matter if he's old.
for cheap.
We still got him.
You
They're,
hate
gonna-
us?
they're gonna try
We'll
to
bring
pull
the
an
most
LA.
hated one.
They're gonna try to pull an LA Clipper and try to.
They're
Bring
gonna
in-
try to.
It
They're
is.
gonna
It's
try
a
to pull
Clippers
Kawhi.
move. It's a Clippers move for sure.
Definitely.
But
But
hey,
that's why he's already trying to like get us all like, he's not that bad of a guy. It's really just Bill Belichick we should be hating, not Tom Brady. I was
I'm
like,
comparing.
Bustos,
I'm
do not
comparing-
start with
Tom Brady's a troll on social media.
I'm comparing-
I don't like the guy, but also at the same
His,
time,
I'm
like,
telling
I
his
appreciate it.
His
He is
Instagram
owning
is
the fact he's
great.
a bad
You
guy.
gotta follow
Honestly,
his Instagram.
the-
He's hilarious.
the Tom Brady memes of him kissing his son.
Yeah.
Almost like,
Like I was saying, if you miss it, Tom Brady is Darth Vader. He needs to find the light.
wow.
He's gonna
This-
find
this
the
is the
light.
redemption.
Well,
This
he's
is
in
the
the
redemption.
Not
return
going
of
to
the
the Chargers.
Jedi.
What's he going to do? He's not going to do nothing.
Oh, what do you mean? He has more weapons in New England than in New England. You have Keenan Allen, you got Mike Williams, you got Austin Eckler who could catch out the
He
backfield.
needs an O line though.
What
Well,
about
you
the
could-
And then we
system?
can see if Tom Brady actually exactly.
Well, you
see if
could
he actually
draft a
plays,
number
though.
one.
Yeah.
in the
Bolster
first
that
round.
O line first.
We gotta do. We gotta
That's
get the O
easy
line.
to do if you know Tom Brady's coming before the draft. If Tom Brady's coming
Who's
for the
just
draft,
saying
I still
next
think
year?
it's
And they-
changing
well,
the
they-
system.
alright,
I don't
so
think
they
it's
do
the
have- they
quarterback.
do have
I
a
always
top
think it's
5
system.
pick.
Look what happened. Every time they get another, he's out and the other quarterback steps in. New England doesn't miss a beat.
Yeah, and he's
still
Well,
always.
playing
it's
New England
time for him to
football.
start missing a beat if he leaves.
He
It's
can
like
start
New
missing
England,
beats.
you're due to like be irrelevant for like 30 years. Please, for the love of God,
Like back in the
Sit
80s.
down.
Yeah,
Hey.
like back in the 90s.
and then eventually rise like Palpatine.
I like Palpatine.
It's like no.
So just kidding. We're still here.
Okay, so football is that good? We cover it.
Green Bay.
Are we missing anything?
Green Bay
We're talking about Green Bay.
choked it today.
Oh,
Just
Green
gotta
Bay.
double
I know there's a
check.
lot of Green Bay fans out there.
Green
So
Bay did
You've been
not.
seeing a lot too. They
Hey,
always like pop up.
Green Bay
right
did
there.
There's
not
a lot
show
of
up.
there are a lot of people that I know that like were like, oh well, Niners are going to take they're going to get shot down by Aaron Rodgers, yada yada yada, and it's just like
When did Green Bay play San Francisco? When in the regular season? What week was it?
or it was early.
No, week there. It was late.
12.
Was it late?
Because we were talking about how the Niners didn't play
When they
anyone.
murdered them over there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
37
basically,
to 8.
It was basically the first two quarters was basically a continuation of the regular season football game.
Yeah. And that's why from the get go we were like, if the Seahawks don't
Yeah.
pull this off, the Niners are
yeah.
they
We
got
said
it.
we said that last week. Exactly what we said.
Yeah.
The Seahawks didn't pull it off. The Packers are going to get their butts
Can you
kicked.
mute his mic again?
I mean, there's a Palpatine laugh right now.
No,
Yeah.
You're saying he's Palpatine?
He started to act like one.
no.
Wow.
Just
All right,
joking.
guys.
Just joking.
Yesterday was a huge fight. UFC. We rarely talk about UFC, but it's
Where's Tommy?
important enough where.
Where he's in Ireland or
Where is Tommy? Where's the
Or at
leader
the
of
MGM
Nasty
with-
Boys?
Yeah,
Connor.
last we heard he was lost in Dublin somewhere.
Lost in the Irish
Yeah,
whiskey.
on proper 12.
Who's in it to win it?
On that proper 12.
I mean,
Proper 12 on Modelo's.
I'm just glad I
one of the reasons-
bootlegged that stream because
Yeah.
if I would have bought that fight and it ended in 40 seconds, I'd be like.
But you kind of got to expect that.
We
sort of
originally
thing.
were supposed to like record, and we were like, we had you guys in mind. It's like, all right, a lot of people are gonna be, interested in the fight. So we decided to do it like, all right, we're gonna move this episode to tomorrow.
The main concern was we wouldn't start the show till like 10:30.
Yeah.
It's gonna be too late.
Everyone's
the
gonna be
fight's
drunk.
the fight's gonna
Everyone's
go
gonna be
on.
drunk.
Fight's gonna be too long, and then the fight ended
40
like
seconds.
at 9 o'clock. We were
9:40.
like, was it 9:40?
yeah.
We were like,
was
it would have been close. I don't know.
Well, with
But you also got to do
Conor
football, so.
Conor McGregor, you gotta expect it. I mean, he's.
I don't know. How many had he lost in a row before this one?
One. Well, one.
Two.
You can't boxing. You got to cut two.
You can't count boxing.
I'm counting Mayweather.
I mean,
I'm just talking
I think
his
that's why
reputation.
The shit talking wasn't there. It's because he's technically going off 0-2.
Yeah.
Coming back in it. So.
This guy, he's already trying to vote for it. He's evil. I just want you to know. We have a. Hold on. Let me pull it up real quick.
Just play it.
Watch your profanity.
Yes.
So every time something.
It sounds
seen
so
his
dumb,
face.
and it's
I've
funny.
seen his face.
Yeah, he slips it in. As soon as he said that, he was like, he looked at the
I'm like-
board and he looked at me. He's like,
And then-
you're not gonna give him one.
You're gonna have to overuse that one on him.
So yeah, so then when you get 3 in a row,
You gotta
instead you have to wear that mask.
I got to bring my Kings one.
There's apparently like some YouTube sanctions, but I think we would be fine. But just like I think it's just like the sake.
No, dude, they're updating it now. We have to like declare if it's child friendly and all this stuff
Yeah,
before
the
the
rules are getting
Oh,
really
They
bad.
changed all these rules. Yeah.
YouTube is
So
coming.
that's why we can't.
YouTube is becoming weird.
Otherwise,
Yeah, I
otherwise
mean-
I'd be cussing like a sailor. There's
Like
so
a
many
sailor.
diabolical,
Typical hockey
profanity
fans.
words.
Typical hockey fans.
Like some crazy
You
hooligans.
should have told me the rules when I got here. I would have put the mask on right when I saw
Just start the show with the mask on.
You know
No,
why I'm
but
here.
I am glad Connor won. I'm a Connor fan.
We're saying
with Tommy.
those shoulder
The
shots.
shoulder
shoulder
shots.
you
Cowboy even said at the end that surprised him.
He thought it was elbow shots.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
how
that
I
first. I mean, I think when Connor missed with that swing and Cowboy fell and hit Connor's knees, I think that kind of wrung him a little bit. Then when he just got up, it was just straight shoulder shots.
Well, no one expects the shoulder shots in the
No.
middle of the ring. You expect
Everyone's gonna try that.
Well,
now,
when you
watch.
try it, when you
Just
try it,
change
you
the
try to
game.
get the fence.
Yeah, fence to fence or on the floor.
on the
you try
floor,
to
but
pass.
you don't try that in the middle of a ring.
No, and you usually get hit like on the chin, on the side. You don't get
Yeah,
grazed. He's
dead-
got
dead
perfect
in the
timing.
nose.
Not
Yeah.
once,
Oh,
not
no.
twice, but 3 times.
It's funny, like.
Will that work in hockey fights?
Ooh.
Yeah,
Just-
there's padding, but
Just
yeah.
throw it in.
Just
Yeah.
on shoulders.
Tie
mean,
someone
Well,
up.
since someone's
And
tied up.
I mean,
maybe.
somebody should try to.
hope Kyle Clifford gets some tips.
We're ready to change the game forever. It's funny too. Yesterday when we were watching the stream. We had pizza, and Kristen got up like the fight was about to start. She got up to warm up her pizza, and she put it in the microwave.
It took longer to warm up the
Yeah, she
pizza.
came back. The fight was over. She's like, "It's done."
They're doing post-fight interviews by then.
We're like, "Yeah,
I
dude,
mean-
the fight ended already." She's like, "I just went to warm a slice of pizza."
You know what's funny? That's not even his fastest win.
His?
It isn't.
Was it Aldo's?
Aldo's
Aldo's,
19
yeah.
seconds.
Oh, I know. That's
Yeah.
just like right away.
Yeah, that's
It was so perfect that knockout.
that
still
knockout
just
was
ridiculous.
one of the best knockouts I've seen.
And he
Especially when they showed
predicted
you-
that,
when
which
they
was
showed you
crazy.
The backstage him warming up, that specific move, the step back, the miss, and just the
Oh, yeah.
cross.
But he
Yeah.
got knocked hard though. McGregor that fight.
Oh yeah.
Wait, McGregor was the one who got knocked out?
No,
Aldo.
He knocked
But
him out.
Aldo put a nice hit on McGregor in that 19 seconds fight.
Yeah.
It was like a simultaneous, like.
One just landed harder
Yeah,
than the
yeah,
other.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Simultaneous hitting
One
each
for
other.
that double knockout.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like I said, usually I don't watch too much UFC. I'm aware of
But-
some of it, but that one was like everyone was hyping
It's
it.
Conor.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like
the
every-
McGregor.
It's an event.
It's like it's an event.
It's like a Mayweather fight.
It's like a Mike Tyson fight in the 90s.
Yeah.
Everyone wants to see Conor McGregor.
And honestly, like we were saying too, like I'm honestly getting like WWE vibes off of it. Like
Oh.
afterwards when he gets the mic and then the other guys in the
They've
crowd
all-
are just like
Yeah.
taunting each other and there's like
He-
so much
he
personality.
He brought that.
Yeah, he was a little bit more humble.
oh, he was.
on
I've
this
never
fight.
seen Conor McGregor hug his opponent.
Yeah, yeah, and we were talking about it last night. Is it because he got humbled from his last fight, or is it because he's more of a businessman now?
I think he's
Right.
a businessman.
Yeah, and there's
Businessman.
that
I'm going
was
opposite.
that was
I think
such
he just got humble. I think he's coming off a loss. I think now after he
Also-
won, And whoever he fights next, I think he's going back to old Connor.
Yeah.
It's
I
going
love-
to be nonstop talking.
I love that
Nonstop.
businessman move. He like at the end of the post game start plugging
Oh,
the
yeah.
brand right there.
And Proper 12 is
We
a great
got-
whiskey, by the way.
And he's like,
It's
he's
a
even
great
saying all the
whiskey.
different bottle sizes. He's like,
Yeah.
we got the
The 750
milliliter.
coming out soon.
The 175.
I got-
I was like,
Gonna have a handle on it.
Who was the?
I was like, that's the best commercial right
Who was the
there.
guy in the robe? And sitting there.
it's Jorge Masvidal.
He was sitting there. I want to fight this guy, but Conor McGregor. That's where all the money's at. So I want to fight McGregor.
Yeah,
He'll break
It's a
him.
red panty night.
He'll break him.
Red panty
Masvidal
night.
is another animal. He used to fight, back in Miami,
But
bare knuckle fights.
White. I was reading that White says
He was part of Kimbo's.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
him and Kimbo would go. So
Rest
for the
in
smaller
peace,
guys,
Kimbo.
he would go up there and do it. You could look him up, and he's on there, braided up. He's been doing it for a long time.
I know.
saw Kimbo Slice
I know
video
White
all the
wants another Khabib versus McGregor rematch.
He said it today, right?
I
He
want
said
Mayweather,
he would
yeah.
go for it.
Mayweather, but Mayweather in the
No, the rumor is McGregor and Pacquiao now.
what?
Yeah.
There's a rumor of the
Again.
McGregor Pacquiao fight.
Boxing?
Yeah. I don't like that match.
None
Yeah.
of the boxing guys are ever going to
Hey.
take him.
That's a money
I'm
fight.
gonna watch it.
That's a money fight. That's nothing
That's
but
10.
money.
That's 10 years too
Yeah.
late. Way too late. Even the first fight was 5 years too late.
You think we'll ever get a boxing guy in the octagon? Ever?
We did
Wait.
years ago.
Who?
Um,
You're like, now I'm on the
Tony,
spot.
yeah.
Here-
James Tony came in and was heavyweight. And he was talking all this stuff. He was like, oh, I only go over 4 ounces. I'm gonna murder somebody. Came in, Randy Couture just took him down.
Oh yeah.
Took him down, beat him up real quick. It was over.
Yep.
Got paid like the highest.
But I was saying, if McGregor would have lost to Cowboy, I told my person I was watching it, if McGregor lost, you see him in WWE by the end of this year.
You go to Ronda
I was
Rousey,
thinking that too. He'd be done.
He'd be
would've
Ronda
been done.
Rousey.
Yeah.
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 right? Because isn't she?
he just wants to get paid. That's
Yeah,
what he said. He wants to be
you-
that.
and he's a
number
great
one.
She's
entertainer.
not even in WWE anymore.
No.
Yeah.
No, she's semi-retired, but rumors have it.
No, I'm talking about
No,
McGregor.
Rousey.
rumor has it she might be back in time for WrestleMania.
Bustos, where are you getting these rumors from? Are you just making this up right now?
Right.
No, I've read
Ronda
some.
told you.
She lives down here, so I might have known.
Yeah, I was afraid
He's
if
so humble.
if
He's so
McGregor lost, it would have been it for him. Kind of like the whole
Yeah,
BJ
that'd-
Penn thing, where BJ tried to keep coming back and kept on losing. I was like, all right,
Yeah.
bro, hang him up now.
Yeah,
and
that's-
and we're huge BJ Penn fans, but it was just like, okay, there's no when to say when, you know.
For sure. I mean, I agree. I feel like that would have been his. He knew more than just the fight was on the line. Like his reputation is, like as his career. If not, I feel like he'd be a straight entertainer / whiskey salesman
Do you
Yeah.
think-
That's
do you-
what that-
And he'll get paid
from here on
Here's,
out.
here's
Yeah.
a question: do you think that matchup with Cowboy was kind of like a lake?
We were like, he threw the fight.
Yeah, he
They
threw the
paid
fight.
Cowboy to,
I don't think so.
take a knee to the face.
I just think
5
the
seconds
matchup's-
in.
It's a perfect matchup. They both like to stand and bang. Cowboys, like he got hurt, but as soon as the doctor cleared him up, he'll be like, "I'll fight next month," and he'll get in there and probably win a couple in a row.
Yeah, he always wants to fight.
I felt
which is
I
cool.
felt bad for him in the post game or the post match interview, and they were like, he's like so humble. He's like, but this is what I love doing. He's like,
Yeah.
this is what I love. And I was just like, poor guy. Like he got so beaten 40 seconds. It's like he did that to him 40 seconds, but at least he had a good attitude about it.
Then he hugged his grandma at the end. I was like,
And then
oh,
we're-
he's gonna punch his grandma. No,
Yeah.
Connor's known to punch old people.
Yeah.
So. No, that was cool. That was respect.
He's gonna steal him.
And he said like,
I shall return.
oh,
Change that jersey.
Shanghai Rams jersey now.
The Shanghai. Hey, that's still my birthday present. I never cashed in because we were in a
that's
December
right. He was
hiatus.
supposed to wear that.
Yeah.
The Shanghai Rams jersey.
You got to wear it on the Super Bowl. We're going to have a Super Bowl party just to get Christian to wear my Shanghai Rams jersey.
Okay.
All right, guys. Guys.
That's probably
We
the
have-
only fight that people were gonna care about. There was
What?
other
I mean-
Conor fight.
Oh, McGregor for sure.
Yeah.
The co-main event was
Oh, the Coleman going was like grappling.
Yeah, I don't like the Holly Holmes fight.
I was gonna say I started watching at the
She
the
looked-
home fight. That was
yeah,
the only
she
two I
looked
watched.
gassed and
I wish you had done something like she said. I could take him down. Take him down. I want to see you pass. I
Well,
want, I
it's
want to see
fun.
you get a submission
And
there.
I hate to say, there's only really like 3 or 4 names that can sell pay-per-view now for UFC. Like
Ronda was one of the last ones.
Ronda-
Ronda brought money in.
Ronda, McGregor, John Jones.
Yeah.
Before he gets caught, a whole bunch of whatever he does.
hanging out
More
with
pills
George
from the liquor
Stone.
store.
Yeah.
More rhino pills.
Yeah, exactly. And then
More right.
Who else?
Now, and then after that, like you said, you have to pretty much
Brock,
championship it up.
Brock
You
was
have to have
able
double
to,
championship
Brock Lesnar was able to
matches.
do it because of his name, but because of his WWE name, but that's about it.
Yeah, with all the roids and all
Yeah.
the testing, no, there's no way. USADA won't let him.
I mean,
again.
I kind of find it funny though that there are a whole bunch of athletes there at that game. You see some of the
a guy from Dallas
I saw
Maverick.
Brady was there.
Brady was there,
Porzingis.
Miles Garrett was there.
Hey, Chong was there.
Yeah, Chong was there.
Chong was there, of all people.
And then what's the quarterback of the Browns?
Baker Mayfield with the
And
hat.
they didn't show
Even
him.
say his name.
He was on the side of the screen. They never panned to him, but they
How
panned
far
his-
have Baker Mayfield's fallen in 3 years from being a Heisman Trophy winner and number one pick to who are you?
Yeah.
You remember? You guys see that commercial with Baker Mayfield where he acts like he lives at the stadium?
See, yeah.
I hate those commercials so much.
We were saying, or I was thinking, that's like our joke about Christian living under Staples Center. We should just edit the same Baker
Hey, put
Mayfield
Christian's face in
stuff.
there.
Yeah, just put
Put Christian in there.
They're in Dodger Stadium, depending on the season.
Yeah, depending on what season. Staples Center though, because he'll even be there.
What?
He's known to go to a Clippers game.
So you've seen the whole Baker Mayfield commercials from Allstate? Is it Allstate?
Oh, I've seen those commercials. Yeah, I
Yeah,
remember.
we're saying that's you living underneath
That's
Staples
you at Staples Center. Like
Christian-
nobody's playing and you're just walking through the hallway. Like,
Christian is known to go to Staples Center, go to the green room, and eat M&Ms and not take pictures
Wow.
of YG and
Todd Gurley.
Todd Gurley and all the stars.
No, Gavin Lux.
Gavin.
Gavin Lux.
and
Matt
didn't even acknowledge Matt Beatty.
I didn't even know he was there until like afterwards.
He was just
Somebody
standing
pointed
right
out, and
there.
I'm like, "Aw."
Christian asked him if he would take the picture. Be like, hey, would you mind taking this picture of me and Gavin Lux, sir? And he's like, yeah.
Hey, you
I
called
guess.
Matt Beatty before the playoffs, our MVP of the playoffs.
I called him Matt Beatty World Series hero, but we never got to the World
Aw.
Series.
See what happens.
I
Well,
jinxed
there's still
it.
time. There's still time.
Right? I was
And-
just before my time.
It's a prediction, all right?
I didn't say win. I
There's
said
no time
what
limit
year.
on
Maybe
that.
maybe next year, maybe this year, if the Astros don't cheat again.
Wow.
And
Well, who-
segue.
Right?
Hey, what's the over/under on how many times like members of the Houston Astros get like beamed by pitchers? this
Oh,
year?
I read something like that. How
Just like you
pictures,
guys hear about the, I don't know if it was Pantone or what
Pantone.
group
I
was
think
trying
it's
to
Pantone.
put together, a big trip to the home opener for the Angels just to boo,
Yeah.
just to boo the
I
Astros.
think-
Pantone Dodger Nation was thinking of doing it too.
Yeah.
I think we should have AJ Hinch still keep him as the manager for the All-Star game and let him be the first one introduced during the players'
I
introduction.
was
And
also-
the All-Star game too. since
So-
it's
So
gonna
we
be
should all
here.
vote.
Yes, that's what I was going to get to right now. Like, if Dodger fans were smart, they'd vote in as many Astros as possible into the All-Star game.
Yeah.
Just so when the lineups are announced, in the stadium, we could just be mercilessly booing.
Well,
Again,
it
the name
is
of this
Petty
episode.
Sunday.
Again, the name of this
Petty
episode
Sunday.
tonight is Petty Sunday.
Right.
And
Asterisks.
and you know
Asterisks.
how much
Hashtag
are we turning to Manfrey? Would be like we're gonna start we're booing Manfrey like we do with the NHL.
Bregman?
Bregman, yeah.
Yeah,
So we
for
should
sure.
start booing Manfred now for all the stupid stuff he's done.
So as far as all the Houston cheating scandal goes, now that they're realizing that Altuve and Bregman, I think they said had those buzzers, can they reopen the investigation?
Well,
Can they do
they-
a second one? Like,
think
They
separate, have to be
say
separate.
in
'Cause-
their original investigation that Bregman and them didn't find any evidence of a buzzer.
so can they reopen it?
Well,
Then,
if they
obviously-
find new evidence, they could.
right.
But you know what was interesting about that? If you look back at this year's World Series, how lame is the excuse now? Think about it of Altuve when he hit the game 6 home
Off
run.
Chapman.
Off Chapman. He's like they're trying to take off his jersey. He's like,
And he's don't.
Yeah, and
No,
he's
but-
holding his jersey like this. Yeah, like as he's rounding the bases, he's holding this and he's telling them,
No.
"Don't."
And
rip." And then, before the post game interview,
he runs to the clubhouse.
He goes in the clubhouse,
And changes
gets
his shirt.
changed, and comes back out.
Yeah.
So at the time, nobody puts those things together. But now that, thank God for the internet and like all these detectives that are finding small clips and
Our
pieces.
favorite John Boy. With
Yeah, John Boy coming through like with the crazy.
Why the heck you lying?
I think I
It's
know.
down there.
Why the fuck you lying?
Oh, see that had
Why you
a.
always
So
lying?
the soundboard is its own thing. We tried to put the mask on the soundboard.
it doesn't
It just didn't work.
Doesn't work.
Yeah, so like all this evidence coming together, I feel like they would have to reopen the investigation. And as far as those guys, like they won, like Altuve has an MVP in
Oh
this
yeah, I
one
got
of the
some
seasons.
bonuses out of
Yeah.
all
That
that
same
too.
He got a huge contract
So-
extension. Like all this stuff was,
yes.
it's all linked together.
Yeah, and ESPN was putting the survey. First, let's talk about suspensions before we get to the suspensions. 1 year for Hinch and 1 year for Kuro. What's his name? Kuro?
Lunhole? Oh, Lunhole?
Well, whatever is the GM
The
for the
GM.
Astros. The Astros,
the
1 year.
Former GM.
Former GM, and they get fired 5 hours later. Astros trying to save face. Owners trying to say, "Oh, I didn't know about it." That's a bunch of
No, you knew.
you knew about it.
It had to have known.
So I think near the whole when did this happen? November when it first came out when we were sending.
Yeah.
a whole bunch of
When that interview
Yeah.
to the that athletics
November.
blog.
But you see all the videos I resend, you can hear all the whistles. Even Game 5 or the Game 4 or 5 World
You
Series.
can hear whistles, you can hear trash cans, you can hear obviously all that evidence. They can't dispute that, but that's what I'm saying. Like everybody thought it was done, and everyone was pretty bummed by the ruling that Manfred had of the 2 1-year suspensions, $5 million, and 4 draft picks.
Yeah, but they haven't done anything to Corey yet,
So-
which is interesting. With Casey asking a question, are they investigating the Red Sox? Yes, they're still investigating the Red Sox.
that's so cool. That's why it's so quiet.
That's why Alex Cora has not got any suspension yet for what he did.
Just
So the fact, and he was on 2 separate teams.
Do you think he'll be banned for life?
No.
See, that's where everyone goes back to Pete Rose and the
Yeah.
Black Sox and all these kind of things that now, like, they don't know if they're scared to make these decisions, if it's a revenue issue, as far as even like taking titles
players
away
union.
and
Players union.
now
That's why they
got
want to suspend
unions.
players because
Yeah, and
why
it's
the $5 million
and they're
too.
scared.
But-
they're scared to rock that boat, and
my thing is this as worse or bad as the
Rose.
the steroids issue?
Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
Because when you think about it, if all these players were caught with steroids, they'd all be suspended.
Did you hear what some of these pitchers like Alex Wood,
Yeah.
Trevor Bauer, they all said, I'd rather face players that are doing steroids than a guy
Yeah.
who knows the signs and
See the
that
signs
knew
out.
what pitch was coming next. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's obviously a really cool takeaway because obviously these are professional pitchers that, as far as they're concerned, like they'd rather have someone on steroids. Like we all experienced steroid baseball. I personally loved it. Like unpopular opinion.
Why?
Unpopular
Okay.
opinion.
Well, look
like
how young we were too at the time. You're
I
just
mean,
like,
you gotta
especially as a kid growing up with
Yeah.
McGuire and Sosa.
Everyone
like,
was just roping
that was
out
just
of-
like,
You want to hear the terrifying truth, or do you want to see me hit a few dingers?
And you gotta admit,
seriously.
as Dodger fans, you had to have a blast making fun of Barry Bonds for all those years.
and
Oh, it was great.
enjoying-
And it's funny, you, DJ, we're all left field pavilion
Yeah.
veterans, man. Oh, those were the days.
Especially like BP.
I got excited like
Yeah.
a giddy little schoolgirl whenever the Giants. I'm like, oh, Barry's here.
Yeah.
Oh, let's go.
Or
Our-
BP is too. Is just
I
insane.
remember, batting practice. He would hit him out of the
Fun
When
time.
stadium.
McGuire comes, just like
Yeah,
yes.
I remember going to a Dodger Giants game when Bonds was on left field, and
I
they
just
were
went to hate him.
they were passing around an inflatable
Yeah, like
pill.
syringe,
Yeah,
and
a
they had a
syringe would
pill
be going
one,
around.
yeah.
left
When Nancy,
field.
when
Oh,
Nancy,
that was great.
There was a bottle of pill. There was an inflatable pill bottle in 2006, I think.
Yeah.
The syringe was 2005 opening day.
I was gonna say one was at opening day for sure.
There
I
was
remember
one.
that.
All right, so I was at the one in 2005. I was sitting in the right field pavilion that day, and that was actually my first opening day like ever, like for the Dodgers.
And you're like, is that a giant inflatable syringe?
But
Yeah.
no, like
It's just hovering all over.
so like it had already been like rumored that like Barry had been like associated
course-
with steroids and such.
Yeah, yeah.
as much as go ahead.
And somebody brought a huge syringe, and the mission
Yeah.
was to get it on the field.
Yeah, and I remember it was just like
And
floating
then
around. Yeah.
Milton Bradley, a hero, decided to throw it back into the pavilion.
Instead of popping it or giving
Instead
it to
of
the ball
popping it or
boys.
giving it to the bat boy
Yeah.
or security, I'm gonna throw it back into the crowd, only for us to throw it back like 2 minutes later.
Of course, we all made fun of Bonds, and we had a couple of steroid guys on our team during that time.
That's what I'm saying. At the same time, like as much as we were hating on Bonds, every time Welcome to the Jungle played and Gagne came out, we were just like, yeah! That was time. And also, one of my favorite all-time matchups was Gagne versus Bonds.
Oh, yeah.
Up north in San Francisco, because I remember he was like throwing 100 miles an hour, and then Barry hit it out, but it went foul,
Yeah.
but it still went in the water.
Right.
Like he hooked it. I just remember that was like
Yeah.
peak steroids
Well-
at that point, and I was just like, this is the best baseball ever.
Bonds
Barry
is hitting a
Bond-
home
when-
run, like whatever, we still won though.
Hey,
Right.
Eric Gagne, one of his first career saves against Barry Bonds, so he was able to get him out. That's what Gagne became.
Yeah, like
afterwards.
the legend of Gagne.
Gagne started.
His streak and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I digress. Some cheating's cool.
Some cheating is cool, and I think that's where the MLB is
Hey,
afraid
they
to
weren't
go
stealing
after.
signs though.
Yeah,
Just saying.
I think that's where the league is scared to go after players because obviously this is all cheating, but how do you segregate the different type of cheating?
Well,
you know what I mean?
It's weird that if you look at, there's a poll I was watching that ESPN says like 40% or 50% of the fans, or there's a good majority of fans that I want some sort of suspension for the whole cheating scandal.
See, and that's the issue. Like, I was having this discussion all week before. Like, they were like, "Wow, why aren't players individually being, getting in trouble?" And I was like,
who did it?
Exactly. At that point,
That-
you
the
have to be
union
able
will
to
say-
prove which players
Yeah,
did
the
it.
union
and
will
guys
fight
will
that.
deny it. Yeah. So they go for the biggest fish possible: the ownerships and the managers and GMs, coaches, everything. They'll go after those guys. And that's what you have to do. But now that there's like specific individuals being named and evidence against specific guys like Bregman and Altuve, now this is a whole new can of worms, I feel
Altuve's
like.
the biggest name to go for.
Exactly.
That's what's going to be the hardest
Do you
part.
think they have,
Altuve the biggest?
Wow.
wow.
Okay.
First time sentences. What is it?
Touche.
Yeah, it's
Y'all
not,
saw it in
Touche.
there?
Touche.
Little big.
Altuve's short.
Little.
He's like,
yeah, do you think he's my size? He's small.
Is he?
No,
Yeah.
you're taller.
No, he's my height. I'm
You're
5'5"
tall.
and a half.
I thought
He's my
he was
height.
I'm trying to hype you up, man. Just take the credit.
No.
Just be like, yeah, I'm taller than him, so what?
But no. Do you
I'm
Same
littler.
size. With cleats.
with cleats.
do you think
a stack of
do you
phone
think
books.
they actually use buzzers?
Yeah.
Yes.
Why would he be going like this?
Did
Don't
you guys
open my jersey?
see and I don't know how true this is, but obviously they did lip reading on that actual video.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Someone did lip reading, and they're saying that while he was doing that, he was saying, "Don't rip it off. I have a piece on me."
Yeah.
That's what someone
Well,
lip read or something.
for sure,
But
like,
I
you
don't
can
know.
See, it says, he's like, don't rip my
And he
jersey.
goes like
Yeah.
this. He goes like,
But
Then
don't.
he was like, "I have a piece on me."
I would like to hear
How
what
do you
Justin
not?
Verlander thinks about this.
Yeah, because he was earlier that season before the Astros acquired him, the year that they got him. He asked MLB to crack down on sign stealing and all this other stuff that same season, and then all of a sudden, quiet as a bird, he's just nothing.
Yeah.
All of a sudden,
So-
no problem with
Do you
stealing
think there's,
signs.
do you think there's gonna be
With
new?
a supermodel wife and everything.
Do you think there's gonna be new rules for this season?
Well,
Out of all
well,
this?
they started in
Maybe.
2019 and 18 where they
when
had
the Red Sox got busted.
yeah they had guys MLB official
Yeah.
in the replay room, so none of those stupid signs can go or do anything.
Yeah, but Astros took it to a new,
Dude.
different level.
But here's the
man.
question:
Exactly. It's not
This
even
is all technology now that they were using. Well,
in real time, and now there's other thing like buzzers.
There's
I'm
buzzers,
saying like
yeah.
it's bigger than, and honestly, it's making the MLB look bad.
Yeah.
Considering how fast they closed it, now there's even more
See,
evidence coming out and stuff like that. That's
I like
that's
Like,
not
how
a
hard
good
to
look.
really look into this.
I
Yeah,
like-
exactly.
They
That's
try
not a
to
good
brush
look
it
at
under
all.
the
I
rug.
like how the Astro fan base are trying to say, hey, the Dodgers have been accused of cheating. Well, if we were accused of cheating, how do we freaking suck against left-handed
Hey,
pitching?
we
Right?
might smuggle players from Latin America
Yeah.
into the country.
Yeah.
But
and pay off the mafia.
Pay off the
Pay
mafia,
off the mafia.
to get them here, but
We
hey,
didn't
we
cheat in the
do
game.
not cheat on
we
the
ain't,
field.
stealing signs though.
Hey, if we were such,
Obviously, if we did, it didn't work.
hey, why are we? If we,
Y'all
if,
hired,
if, if we are cheating, then we're doing a bad job of cheating
Yeah.
because we cannot hit left.
Also,
Hey,
bad
they
job
hit this
at
one at
cheating.
Patriots.
It took the Astros to go 7 games against the Dodgers while cheating to beat them.
Well, you know why?
That's
They had to
embarrassing
go
in
back home to
itself.
win.
You know
They had to
why?
go back home
You
to
hire recently returning Alex Wood and Austin Barnes decided we're going to switch up every 8 or 9 pitches of signs, and so they had no idea what.
But I'm saying in general, just the fact that they were stealing that entire series and it still took them 7 games
Yeah, but-
to beat the Dodgers.
You know, the only-
Specifically Game 5, when now you're going back and watching, and every single time the Dodgers were coming back and they were right on their tails, sitting on pitches. That looking back at that, I'm like, that's even kind of sad.
Looking at the
Yeah, but-
splits is even worse when you look at
Oh,
that.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
Kershaw's home and away numbers. It's
No,
sad.
even
It's,
Altuve-
The
Altuve's.
Altuve's,
Oh,
Sanders,
yeah.
But like
Bregmans, they're horrible.
all these, yeah, like same thing. All those numbers line up. Their batting
So-
averages and offensive numbers, as well as the Dodgers, obviously pitching numbers. Those splits, the home and away. You're just like, how is that not alone? Damning evidence.
And I
itself?
think Astros mentally screwed up your Darvish because during
not
the
the same.
season
they broke them.
they broke him beforehand because
You, Darvish, I am so sorry.
We'll never call you garbage
I'm
again.
sorry.
You garbage.
I never, I never slandered you,
Unless
Darvish,
you're
but I just want to say
pitching
I
against
am
the Dodgers or
sorry.
the Cubs.
yeah. But think about it. He was during the whole scandal. What team did he pitch for before during the regular season?
Texas.
So how many times did Texas face Houston during that?
Texas.
But it wasn't that they were actually like he was tipping his pitches. They
No,
were.
well, Chase Utley, the king of finding
Yeah.
out, said that Darvish wasn't tipping.
Yeah, it wasn't tipping pitches.
So basically, the Astros got into Darvish's head for Game 7, thinking that, oh, they have my signs. They have to have something. He probably overthanked the pitches.
Yeah.
Didn't think that he had the confidence to get the Astros
I
out.
just want to give you, Darvish, a hug.
So I think basically, because
Christian has a lot of guilt in him right now.
if you think
apologize.
I'll
about
back you.
if you think about it, the whole start of the Darvish, he was tipping, was against Houston, and he got rocked
Yeah.
against Houston.
Yeah, he got rocked bad in
Yeah.
that game.
Then that's what in the regular season. That's when they started saying, "Hey, Darvish is tipping."
Yeah.
And came to the Dodgers, was very solid. During the playoffs, the game against Arizona, very good.
Okay.
Game against Chicago, very good.
And that's just the Astros. That's just 2017. That's now 2018.
Then the mastermind.
Now we know also
the mastermind of the whole.
Alex Cora, the mastermind of the 2017
Former
Astros
Dodger too, right?
cheating scandal, was also managing the Red Sox in 2018. The
Alex-
other team
Alex
we lost
Cora,
to.
enemy of the podcast.
Enemy.
We all loved Alex Cora.
We did.
Yeah, we
Past
did.
tense.
Hey, he was.
Past
Hey,
tense.
he was all right. He was a notable Dodger.
What do you
when I
mean?
was
We
a kid,
all
right?
we all love.
Other
Alex
than
Cora.
that long at bat,
Yeah.
name another great Alex Cora moment.
All you need is one to be
is
remembered. All you need is one to be
He had
remembered.
an 18 pitch at bat, then he hit a home run. He's forever a legend.
Well,
Psych.
Him and Cesar Suarez, that defensive middle, you couldn't get a ball past him if the ball was hit in the infield.
Defensively,
Yeah.
great.
Solid.
But that's where it ended.
How dare you disrespect Mark Grudzielanek like this?
Mark Grudzielanek was not part of that team, though. It was Isturiz
He
and
was,
Cora.
he was in the tail end of that Dodgers team.
I'm talking about the core of Isturiz.
I don't know what you guys are. I'm trying to think. What year is this?
It's way past our
Early,
charter.
early 2000s.
Early 2000s. Like
But I think Cora and Isturiz was in late 90s.
No.
early
You're
2000s.
way
this
off.
is.
Was it?
Yeah, early.
Cora, I feel
Cora
like,
and his tourists.
I feel like Cora's been on with the Dodgers for a while.
Early mid.
What year did Furcall get on the Dodgers?
2005
5. Okay, then Astros was right before
or
that.
either 2005
Yeah,
or
Isturiz was right
2006.
before.
So early 2000s.
early
yeah.
2000s.
Early
Yeah,
2000s.
Okay, let me give you
2000s.
something.
Either way, we hate Cora now. That's the bottom line.
Yeah, Cora started with the
Can no longer
Alex
step
Cora,
in
enemy of the
LA.
podcast.
Cora started with the
You
Dodgers.
better never show up. You lost your LA
Cora
privileges.
started-
Big time.
In
Cora
the Pulp
played
Fiction
Dodgers
world.
7th season with the Dodgers, starting in 1998, and started playing with them in 2000.
That's the next soundbite. I'm gonna get the Marcellus Wallace from Pulp Fiction. You lost your LA privileges.
Oh,
You lost your LA.
hey,
Some of the
quote,
Astros,
back in
the
the day,
Red
the LA
Sox,
sports
and the
talk.
Mets have to find new
Hey,
coaches.
Okay, and that's another thing. Carlos Beltran.
Also
yeah,
got fired.
fired.
Oh, mutually
The
split.
Mets.
He didn't
first
even start.
Yeah, Mets first
Undefeated.
undefeated manager.
Undefeated,
and
man.
winless.
How do you get fired on your day off?
How are you gonna get fired on your day off?
As the former radio sports host back in the day, McDonough, Big Nasty, get out of LA.
McDonald.
What's his name?
I don't know.
I know, but I know he passed away.
Yeah.
I forgot his first name.
Yeah, I can't think of his name, but he always had a show. People you would kick out of LA. You got three names. Alex Cora, get out of LA.
Gotta
Frank
go.
McCourt.
Get
Oh,
out of LA.
But he's still here.
Yeah, and he's still in.
And
And we're still
in
paying
hiding.
him.
He's in hiding.
But
man.
we're
He
paying
knows-
him every time we go
Yeah,
to a
he
Dodger
owns
game.
the
Like
parking
you
lot.
can't,
Yeah.
you can't, like.
He just can't leave.
I just can't quit
That's
you.
why I'm glad I don't have a car and I don't park it.
Yeah, Christian's like,
I
I take the Metro. He
Take
doesn't
that,
get none of
McCourt.
that money.
Take that, Frank.
Dodger
Up your-
Stadium Express.
This is my proposal. This is my proposal for the MLB this year. Every home team that Houston goes to, they should make it Thunderstick night,
Oh.
and just the home team just keep banging.
I was
Thunderstick.
thinking every time Altuve comes to the plate, everyone's just like, bzzz.
Yeah.
If you get 50,000 people buzzing at the same
No,
time,
no.
that'd be
We
hilarious.
use our cell phones and we all put them on vibrate at the same time.
on the
just-
chairs, on the stadium.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
Like a bunch of buzzes.
Or just play a
all-
soundbite on it on the PA system.
That would actually.
I mean, hey, good old Dieter Rule. Hopefully, he can pull something
Yeah,
off.
Dieter will pull
Oh, he's
something
gonna do
out.
something.
Yeah.
He's got something up his sleeve.
That's
already.
great and all, but we don't play the Astros at Dodger Stadium.
I know.
All-Star
Wait,
game.
All-Star game.
Also-
All-Star.
All-Star.
I don't know if he'll do it though. I don't know if he'll
Yeah.
do it.
But the
They're not
best
gonna
part
let
is,
Dieter.
who's gonna be the
No, no,
manager?
Don't underestimate the Dodgers game day.
I think
ops
he'll.
people.
I think he'll.
They are pretty petty.
Not for an All-Star game because the MLB runs that.
Yeah.
So maybe a Dodger game,
But who's
he would.
Who's
do
going
it.
to be the All-Star game manager now? Because AJ Hinch is no longer the manager of the Astros.
Altuve. Player
Well,
manager.
it ain't gonna be Beltran, that's for sure.
all those
Or
guys.
Cora.
Cora. It's gonna be all the three of them can come together just
You know,
for that one.
And if you think about it too, we also missed. I was talking to my friend in New York. We missed out of the renewal of the Yankee-Dodger rivalry, too.
If the Yankees went all the way.
Yeah,
They
2017.
would
Yeah.
have right there with the Astros.
Yeah.
It would've
There
been
was somebody.
Dodgers,
All right,
Yankees.
so there was
So
somebody.
imagine the rivalry, the renew, like the Lakers, Celtics. How big of a rivalry that is?
Yeah, I don't really watch basketball as much as I do anymore.
Yeah,
but
that's
the
huge.
hatred for the Boston Celtics.
But I
They're
think
not
it's
only
real.
17 because you figure if the Red Sox, we don't know how long with this Red Sox. So
Yeah,
they're cheating.
2017,
And
2018.
If we could
And
have
I
back
wanted
to
And
back.
19, if you want to say too.
I
think-
I wanted to point out that like there was somebody that I was talking to on Twitter about this the other day regarding like had the Yankees advance to the World Series in 2017. They're like, oh, Yankees would have beaten the Dodgers. And I'm like, legitimately, as a baseball fan, this is all fandom aside. No.
I actually
The 2017 New York Yankees would have been eaten alive by the Dodgers.
Oh,
They would be dead on arrival.
Yeah. Well, because the Yankees in 2017, they struck out a lot. A lot. Kershaw would have had a field day striking out with the curveball.
And you garbage. I mean,
You
Darvish.
Darvish.
Said I wasn't done.
I think Christian got triggered by that. Let me hold him.
Leave you alone.
But that rivalry just...
That's that pointing meme where they point at the cat?
How much is it good for baseball? The rivalry would have been back. The Yankees, Dodgers, the East Coast versus West Coast.
Another interesting little wrinkle in this whole mess is the Astros were fined $5 million.
That's the max.
That's the max.
Supposedly, in the World Series win, they made over
fun coupons for them.
$300 million in the franchise evaluation went up after that World Series win. The Dodgers supposedly would have been in the range of over $1 billion in value if the Dodgers had won.
That's the Major League Constitution.
You know how many hats we would have bought, Dodgers hats?
Everything, just the value of the franchise overall would have gone up. So I'm saying in the bigger picture, I know we mentioned this last year, like so much more than just baseball people.
There's bonuses.
We're talking about actual revenue at stake. I feel like the owners themselves shouldn't just be letting this punishment go the way it has, and it's a big deal because everybody's like, give the Dodgers the title, which I don't think.
Anyone wants.
I don't think nobody wants that.
I'm firmly against
and I think it's a waste.
Making a political.
Yeah, I think it's a waste. That's a city council.
And nobody wants it. That's not the way you'd want to win the titles.
There's no real Dodger fans that really want.
Yeah,
just
nobody
vacate it. Like
exactly. Everyone just like
no winner,
no contest.
Just like SC did in football.
Yeah,
and that's the thing. But I have seen because I have seen people like I think the City Council is voting to give the Dodgers the championship, but I'm like, nobody wants that.
It makes them
no. City Council wanted. They're voting to ask MLB to award the Dodgers the 2017.
But no one wants.
I'm like, no.
Yeah, nobody wants that.
City Council, you sit out of this.
Yeah, sit
down.
No,
like maybe if it's stripping the title, okay, I'm on board. 100%. Yeah, stripping the title on board,
but not to just hand.
But don't give us the title. Nobody should have
the Dodger players don't even want that.
And take their rings away from them.
Yeah.
Earn it on the field, earn it in the box score. That's the
and strip Altuve of his MVP.
Yeah.
That's it.
And Ryan Braun.
Put his little
bring that back.
That little munchkin in timeout. I almost dropped an F-bomb right there. I stopped myself though. I did a good thing. I said that little munchkin. Munchkin.
I don't know.
Bustos, you're seriously taller than Jose Altuve. Own it.
No.
Own it.
I'm the same height.
I'm taller than Altuve.
Come on, just say you're bigger than Altuve.
Definitely not.
Just say it. Say it.
But were you standing next to him when he had his cleats on? Because that gives you.
Yeah.
I wish I was as good as Altuve. No, it's still bad.
But you're taller.
All you need is a buzzer on your chest. Should be good.
We know good buzzers.
Have you seen that meme where he's like, "Hey, our table Outback's ready," and there's like a big old buzzer on his chest? Oh, that's great. Hey guys, our table's ready.
Honestly, just think about this also. As far as all the buzzers go, even to be able to feel the buzzer, know what pitch is happening, like it's a slight advantage, but it's still impressive in the sense where you're translating the buzzer. You're like now sitting on a pitch. Like it's just in itself. I'm like, it's ingenious.
It wasn't easy.
Yeah, and that's an ingenious. I don't know. Was it actually Cora who came up? Do they know?
Cora is the mastermind of
who came up with the buzzer.
Not with the buzzer, but he created out with the
trash can.
Trash can.
He did the trash.
Well, you know what's funny? You see them. This weekend was Astro Fest, our Dodger Fest.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
And all the interviews, the media, they all look like. I don't want to talk about this. Don't mention it.
They're like the timing couldn't have been worse.
Yeah. Bregman looked guilty as
heck,
whatever you want to call it.
Heck. Okay, I didn't press it. I don't know what you're looking at. Okay, I'll give you a heck one, I guess, if you want. You're staring at me after it.
Yeah.
Come on, give me one.
Yeah, they're saying like Altuve is just a wreck. Like he doesn't want to talk to him. He's just depressed. I'm like, that's just guilty.
And that's what you get. Yeah, good. That's what you get. You're not gonna get any sympathy.
You know what happens to kids when they lie to their adults?
In the corner. Altuve, you're on timeout.
You're on timeout.
And you
don't get apple juice.
So I wonder too. Obviously, this is going to be a long season for Houston. Just think about every park they go to.
I'm okay with this.
This is amazing. This is going to be the best part for us is the amount of heckling and just everything they're going to have to endure on the road. You know, everybody already are going to have their chance and whatever they're going to be doing wherever the Houston goes. So it's going to be a long season as far as that.
There's a promotion in July in Oakland. They're doing it's a bleacher appreciation day for like a lot of the fans that always sit in the left and right field bleachers. I'm one of the guys who usually when I'm out there I sit in the bleachers. So they're doing a drum giveaway, and this is based off of Astros fans complaining about the drums in Oakland.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
That's so funny now. Like,
So
Yeah, 'cause it threw off
after
their
all this,
signs.
it's like, oh, so all right, you guys hate drums?
because you can't hear to set your signs.
But what I'm getting at
You should also have a Mike Friars appreciation night.
Every day will be Mike Flyers Appreciation Day in Oakland. I give you that one.
I feel like towards the end of the year though, Houston's going to be trying to play that sympathy card where they're like, we've endured so much this year and everywhere we go and
We've been through
woe
it.
is me. Yeah, we're like having to endure all this kind of stuff that they're going to try to spin it on themselves. But
No,
the other 29 teams are going to be like, you're not
No.
getting off the hook
because
that
it's not
easy.
just Dodger players.
like
you know what I'm
honestly,
saying?
if somebody, if a team cheats against
Yeah.
Houston, it's like we're gonna be like,
Or they were
I'm
saying
gonna let
like,
that slide.
yeah,
Yeah,
think
yeah,
about,
we're
think
gonna let
about
that one
all
go.
the players whose careers basically have ended because of their cheating. How many players who are like are throwing
Andre
legit?
Ethier got robbed of a ring.
Yeah,
Yes.
That's the main one.
that's a huge
Yeah.
one, and that's just on a championship level. What about like somebody who came out for a game? They knew what pitch was coming. They lit him up. The guy gets sent down to the minors, never comes back. That guy's life is ruined
Yeah.
I
because
wish,
of cheating.
I wish they knew about this because I would have bet more games on Astros and win more money.
You're like,
What about
Wow, Josh.
tip me off next time? He's like, I'm okay with the cheating if I'm making money.
What about the fans trying to sue? Did you hear about that one too?
Yeah, I saw
Fans
that.
trying to. So what are you guys doing?
But I mean, like, honestly, if say you gambled a lot of money
Can
on
we
the
go back to
Dodgers,
that? Can we please go back to that? Like,
that's part of-
there's Dodger fans that are trying to sue.
class action lawsuit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
but
Major
okay.
League.
I know the guy.
It's Bluebeard, wasn't it?
Yeah, Bluebeard.
Yeah.
And Bluebeard, good dude. I know him, but with all due respect, Bluebeard. No.
You know what it is though.
No. Stop this.
Well, the reason why he's doing it,
It's a lot of Dodger dogs the guy got.
well,
man.
it's also it's a stunt. He wants to get in the media. He wants to get
Publicity
news,
stunt, yeah.
publicity. He wants to get his brand out there.
But
Just jump on the Hooligan podcast.
Bro,
I'll take
yeah,
care
I
of
got a
it.
CP
Hey,
right
so
here.
that means
Shoot.
to get
Rob's getting 2 followers since the show started. You get nothing.
Hey, DJ, so that means in order to gain more viewers, to gain more popularity, we gotta start suing the Astros.
All right, guys. How much? Everyone empty their pockets.
That's the
I got the
What do we got?
I got the lawyers. I know
I
lawyers.
got $10 on me right
I
now.
got 5 on.
Well, I got the lawyers.
I got my tap card.
Okay. We're in.
I got some Hooligan coupons.
We're in. No, but yeah.
Metro.
Say you dropped all this money on the World Series,
Right.
and you lost money, and now it's proven that they cheated. So you were essentially cheated out of money. You wouldn't consider suing
That's a
if you
tough
bet
one.
$10,000 and you lost because somebody else cheated you out of this money.
If I bet Game 3, Game 4, Game 5 of the World Series,
I feel like you can make a case as why you believe you should.
Game 3.
You
especially
were
Game
cheated
5.
out of money, basically.
Yeah.
Like, I can see that kind of stuff. If you're just a fan and be like, I want my Dodger dogs paid for.
Yeah.
I
I want my micheladas.
yeah, well, reimburse me for the beer I spent. You're like,
Bring back the Kulaku.
Did
why
it?
did that leave?
I don't know.
I thought they brought him back. I
Bring
think
it
they
back.
did bring him back.
They made a big deal when they brought
they
it
brought it
back,
back.
but then they left
I
took it
got
away
really
again.
excited with the Kulaku's return, and they
I
took
saw
it away. And I'm
I
like,
saw
no.
it. I think I saw it in the stadium.
No, they're the
Cool,
No,
they're
it's the Choco Pies.
UFOs or
The Moon Pies.
yeah,
Moon pies.
it's a different one now. But yeah, they made a big deal when they brought him back, and then like 2 years later they got rid of him again. I was
It's
just like,
injustice, man.
okay.
So
I see, guys.
so funny story too. Justin Garneau, right? Pedro kid.
Currently plays for the Houston Astros
He
now.
plays for the Houston Astros. I was at a birthday party last night. My niece was telling me because she knows them, and her brother said once he all this news broke out, he started trolling his brother Dustin, started sending him cheating memes and all that stuff. I was like, the poor guy wasn't even on the team, leave him alone.
That was
He's
going
an
back.
Oakland athletics legend.
Yeah,
There's going to be a lot of guys on this team who are going to be booed and having to,
and not had nothing
and
to
have
do
nothing
with
to do with
2017.
it.
like
And that's
part
part
of
of
For the
the
record, if there's
that's
anybody
the sympathy
watching,
card,
leave
yeah.
Dustin Garneau out of this.
Yes, he's a local kid. He's a hero.
Like
Oh,
the Dodgers,
friend of the podcast.
Like the Dodgers traded Yordan Alvarez for Josh Fields in 2017. He was in the minors, and Now he's gonna get booed. Like,
Yeah.
Oh no, okay, because this is an endless thing of like different layers
He's been on the team
and
for a while,
and
though.
pieces. The fact that when Yuri did his
Oh.
Asian thing, they were cheating. They were cheating.
I really hate the Houston Astros.
Hit a home run off of him and
Called
still
him a
went.
Chino, and then called him a
And
Chino.
then still made fun of him in the
And hit
dugout.
and hit a trash can after that, right? I mean,
Dude, like how much worse do
Have
all
you
these
seen-
stories become once
have
all
you
this comes to
seen
light?
some of those pictures, like the video I sent on Twitter, where that ball is only way you get that ball from inside Altuve
Yeah.
at a home run against
Sitting on the
Kershaw,
pitch.
Sitting on the pitch.
Yeah.
There's no way that ball Kershaw threw at the slider inside is hit for a home run. How do you hit that ball
Yeah,
out of
like-
the park?
Just like the Chapman one.
Yeah.
Like the Yankee one last year to send him to the World Series, they were like when he was doing
Yeah.
this thing, they were even saying like it was
He
like
had to know.
Yeah,
he
he had
had
to
to
know,
know
yeah.
based off where that pitch landed and how perfect he hit it and everything else. Like
there's
Look at Chapman's face, like, oh,
yeah,
so you did know. You
and
did
there's
know.
Yeah.
pictures of their stance, how they were already knowing like
Yeah,
what
like,
pitch- so they're
waiting
ready.
on it. Yeah,
'cause
waiting on it.
different depending on how the ball's coming, your stance is gonna change.
obviously we're very salty and we're very hurt. And
Very
I feel
salty.
like, and the worst part of
Rightfully
this,
so.
no, but the worst part of this is how horrible World Series loss is. It takes a while to get over this,
Yeah.
and this whole thing just like tears that scab and be like, oh, you guys remember when you?
Oh, you thought you were over it?
You thought you were over it? Now we're starting over and telling you why it's gonna suck for you even more.
This is
And
just
then
the
we got
first step.
hey,
This is once Boston gets
instead of
finished.
Exactly. There's a whole Boston investigation
instead
going
of
on.
celebrating
too.
me, DJ, a couple of our friends celebrating on Halloween night, the
Exactly.
World Series, we had to sit Game 7 and watch the funeral of the Dodgers 2017 out home.
Yeah, like the
You
fact,
should see them, Boosters.
That was on November 1st, though.
Let's
No,
get in
I'm
on this.
saying we could have been celebrating Halloween night.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I ended up going to that game, too, though. I ended up going to Game 6, so...
Yeah.
So you were robbed of celebrating.
We should sue them.
Let's get in on this.
How many Dodger dogs?
Call
did you buy?
Bluebeard.
I mean, hey, worst case scenario, bad press is not the worst press for Hooligan Sports.
What?
Getting press about
Suing him?
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Yeah.
Empty pockets again.
Put in the paperwork. File the motion tomorrow.
Hey, let me see that tap card, Christian.
Hey, I'm not.
Hey,
Bustos is going in for it.
Am I have to fund this lawsuit now?
Yeah, you are.
Yeah. Oh man,
You
our
signed
hands
up
are in.
for it, all
we're,
right.
we're in Bustos' hands now. Damn it.
He's like, I'm the Godfather.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like 50 Cent. My money by Monday.
I need.
So it's gonna
more money.
be an interesting year, and the season's starting up.
I know. Spring
Pitchers and
training.
catchers are reporting
Spring
soon.
training's next month.
Yeah.
yeah.
Are we making a trip, Deej?
I want to. Let's do
I'd
it.
be down for it.
I will.
It
I know
depends.
we're talking. I know we're saying it right now, especially on the podcast. But no, seriously, I would be down to go. I've never been on a proper spring training.
Oh, they're pretty cool. But
I've
it
been
depends if
Either about
on
everything or
the
someone always
Wildcat
wants to.
schedule. You know, I
This
mean,
is also true. I'm gonna have to see what games the Wildcats are at home because
Hashtag
you know
the
me. I do
Wildcat
not
way.
miss a Wildcats game.
diehard Wildcat.
I've never missed
fan.
one.
Here, guys.
I've never missed one.
Hey, but the good news is every Wildcats game will be broadcast on national TV.
Yes, yes.
That's right.
Oh yeah?
So the
Yeah, ESPN, FS1, Fox, and ABC all
I thought it was gonna be on the
No,
WWE
ABC,
network.
Fox, and FS1.
Yeah, okay.
So
ABC is
I went to a spring training game last year, and they were pretty cool. I didn't go to Camelback though. I went to the Colorados.
You know what's
Oh, Salt River Field.
Salt
That
River
ball-
Field.
that
So,
ballpark's nice.
so the tip is because Dodger spring training games are expensive if you go to their home field, but if you watch them somewhere else, it's a little bit cheaper.
And
but the bad thing about it though,
But it's cool
day
going.
games. Oh God.
Yeah, it's hot.
It's
But
hot.
it's. I mean, it's not
But it's
like
March,
It's not in the summer,
but
so
still,
it's
Yeah,
just like
it was pretty cool.
It's a dry
back.
Arizona
getting
heat.
there, yeah,
It's a dry Arizona heat. So basically, you
But it
still
wasn't
get
even
burnt.
hot because it was March. We went after when the Kings had the game the night before, so we all drove out there,
And-
watched the Kings game, and then watched
Oh,
the
that's
Dodgers-
right. Because
yeah.
that was remember last year
Then we
they
did
had
the spring.
both.
Yeah,
We
it was
talked
back to
about
back.
We were trying to go into that one last
Yeah,
year.
we're
Yeah,
trying
that
to
was
talk
cool.
about-
But I've also heard the best time to go is when pitchers and catchers report because a lot of the players are there early anyway, working out, and that's usually when they're signing autographs
your
and they're
autograph.
loose.
They're all
yeah.
lined
And
up
that's
right
when
there.
Sandy usually comes by during that week when the pitchers.
Everyone's
report.
like, the time to go is right when pitchers and catchers
Mr.
report.
Koufax.
Once the game starts, it's harder, and there's just.
You know what's actually
crowded.
fun and what I did, and I think I was with Keith at one year. We just watched the minor leagues practice during the time instead of
Out in the practice fields.
Yeah, I remember watching Cody's for minor
This
league
is
games.
Bustos' tip of the day.
And all the
friend
seats,
of the podcast.
Yeah.
and all the seats are great at spring training games. It's
Because
like
they're such small.
it's like
stadium.
one level, and it's like
Yeah.
It's like you're at a Quakes game.
It is.
Yeah.
Every game's a quick.
I've never like I said, I've never really been on a proper spring training trip, but I've seen like a lot of those facilities on TV, and I hate the Cubs, but Sloan Park looks nice.
Yeah.
It's a nice looking facility.
The fields look great.
They have the same dimensions as
But
Wrigley
the
Field.
only bad thing about spring training,
Yeah.
Same
everyone
everything?
has
Field dimensions, yeah.
everyone has the same idea. They want to get autographs. So that when the players come out, it's like there's a line beyond line. Trying
Yeah, that is
Gotta
true.
have a kid with you.
Gotta have a kid.
yeah,
with you.
or have a small
Or a hot chick.
Yeah,
Either or.
yeah. But the cool thing about Camelback too, no one talks about. Hey, the White Sox are right there,
Yeah.
and no one. I've been there. No one's there for the White
I
Sox.
feel bad. I feel bad.
$2
bad about that.
seats,
It's like, oh yeah, that's
dollar
right.
beers.
It's like, Camelback Ranch, the home of the Dodgers. Oh, that's right, the White Sox. You
and
trained
no
here, too.
one,
Yeah.
no one is there.
They ignore the logo on there.
Yeah.
Both logos are
You know
there.
what's funny? Grand Doll's like, oh, cool. I don't have to. I keep the same housing for spring training like I usually do.
Psych. For me, or no, I'm sorry.
You went to
I
Chicago.
thought you were like, oh, no one's gonna notice me. I'm like, nobody noticed you with the Dodgers either, but
Oh.
Yeah. But that's what the thing
I
is.
miss Grand Doll.
That's the truth. If you the
not
Dodgers
him
are so
catching, just him
popular,
hitting.
if you go to other teams too, like the White Sox, there's not as many fans. You could get very
No,
close
yeah.
to some of those.
Camelback
players.
is just packed.
Yeah, with
Dion,
Dodger fans.
With all Dodger fans. yeah.
There's no one. There's no Chicago fans.
No. Like I said, I went to that Colorado game, and that was like a Dodger home game.
Yeah,
You
all-
know, there was maybe 5, 8
I think the
Colorado
most,
fans there.
I think the most popular teams in Arizona are the Giants,
Mm-hmm.
the Cubs, and the Dodgers.
Yeah.
But it's a good time to watch. It's not as hot
Well,
out there around
but
that
then
time.
again, then again, before the Dodgers relocating to Arizona for spring training in 2008, well, starting in 2009, it was always the Giants and Cubs that always trained out there. So
And people still travel to Vero Beach when it was out there. It was
I thought
always
about. I was like 45 minutes from Vero Beach a couple of years ago. I almost drove out there.
they still, I think the Dodgers still like control that.
No, I think no. There's a group of
It's
former
historic Dodger
A
town.
group of former Dodgers control it. So
Okay.
Chan Ho Park, the Dale Nomo, a couple other people own Dodger Town.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, there's a documentary of that on Sportsnet that will replay once in a while.
Yeah.
That'll show the history of Dodger Town.
The Sports in LA, all they show is just like Dodger game,
And a-
Access Sportsnet,
and a-
backstage Dodgers.
An occasional high school football game during state championship week.
Really? Oh, like were they like the overflow for?
On the Dodger channel?
Yeah, occasional.
I didn't know that.
Basically the overflow, like the Lakers are playing on
Yeah.
Spectrum Sportsnet. We're gonna put the football game on this channel.
Yeah,
So, where do we leave off on, guys?
we're ending at
Spring training?
Yeah.
All right, so we got football, we got MMA, we got the Cheaters,
We
got
mentioned the Wildcats somewhere. in
the
there.
Wildcats
The
are
Dodgers.
involved.
Let's go hockey. Let's end with hockey.
What do we got Kings-wise? Anything? They're on the break right now.
We lost
Yeah.
again.
There's
We
a bye
lost to
week.
Philly
Yeah,
yesterday.
Against the Flyers.
We lost to Christian's second favorite team yesterday.
Spring for the Kings, obviously.
Of course, yeah,
But
but
the-
it is the Flyers
Well,
too.
are we off for like a week and a half or 2
Yeah,
weeks?
it's like
'Cause
their
we
bye
have
week.
Next game isn't until January 29th. We have the mandatory
Next
NHL bye week right
Wednesday.
now,
Yeah.
and then the All-Star break.
And then the Grammy trip.
So-
The Grammy trip. Yeah.
So,
Grammy trip, right?
well, the Grammy trip.
No, the
is
Grammy
now.
trip is right now.
Is it right now?
It's in
So,
progress right now.
which players are going to go on like a trip to Cabo San Lucas or Cancun or?
I saw
who's
Kobe
getting
I
Bryant
know
on
that.
Instagram.
So Toffoli is with.
Here
Milan
we
Lucic.
go.
Let me finish.
Yeah.
He sent me a picture
Toffoli
this
is with
morning.
Milan Lucic in Miami right now.
So he's with his dad. is
Our
what-
Tyler
he's with his
Toffoli,
stepdad, is what he's
Tyler
saying.
Toffoli insider, Christian.
Right.
Christian Toffoli. What's the update with the rest of the Toffoli family? Where's
What did he have for breakfast?
Who's babysitting Dodger right now? That's the most
don't
important
know.
question. But yeah,
Yeah,
No, but,
King-
like he posted like somebody posted something, and I'm like, well, okay, so he's still in Florida. Whatever.
well, he didn't tell me. You
Right.
forgot to call me last night.
They went to the premiere of Bad Boys for Life.
Yeah, they did. I'm sure the players are enjoying a nice, almost 2-week break in the middle of the season.
Right.
Yeah.
That's obviously something new in the league
I
too.
think Drew Doughty's excited the most because he
What?
usually has to go to the All-Star game and doesn't have to go to the All-Star game this year.
Right?
Yeah, he didn't get voted in.
Who was it? Just Kopi?
Just
Yeah, it's
Kobe.
Just Kopi.
Man.
Kopi and
He's like, I was gonna probably go like
Mark
quick
Andre.
little visit to Slovenia. No,
No.
You're playing an All-Star game.
Unless
Mark
he
Andre Fleury declined his invitation, so he'll be suspended for a game.
Yeah, which
That's
is also
not a big
crazy.
deal.
Yeah, it's not no biggie. Players
But
do that.
The
every
question
time.
is now, since you're talking about the Vegas,
He's like that
players,
segue, huh? See,
How
I
do you-
purposely put that in there.
How do you feel about Vegas firing their head
Screw them.
coach?
Who cares? No.
Oh, that's the yeah. The other big
It was
topic.
a weird firing. You fire Gallant, and I think he got fired again in Buffalo, similar
On the
to
road?
his first firing, right?
Yeah,
On
I
the
think
road.
it's
And I got similar to fire in Florida too, because
Well, yeah, he got fired by Florida, but weren't they playing Buffalo?
Yeah.
And then they made him catch his own taxi back to the airport.
off the bus, right? Was it something like that? He had to
I don't
jump
know
off the
what's
bus?
worse, firing somebody to get your own taxi or being SC and firing Kiffin on the tarmac.
Oh, yeah.
No, that was gangster as hell. That was.
Yeah, like you're not getting on.
But-
the
I
spot.
remember.
You
All right,
can't say
so
what
it's
it's
funny.
like.
It's funny.
You can't
So
say
the
what
Lane
that's
Kiffin
about.
firing, the Lane Kiffin firing happened during Frozen Fury weekend of 2013.
Yeah, I know that. That was very funny.
That was the two games that we had, like the Royal
Yeah, yeah,
Army.
yeah,
We had
back
like
to
the Royal Army had like this
The makeup,
Yeah,
the
we
one
had-
makeup game.
we had the Rangers
and
Friday.
Oh God,
and-
I
and Avalanche
don't know
on
how
Saturday.
I got through that Ranger games because oh my God.
I almost missed that game hitting traffic going to
well,
Vegas.
I thought that was the game you were asleep in your seat.
Hey,
That was next.
No, that was 2014.
hey,
was the
wait,
next
I remember
Classic
the Ranger.
Frozen
Hey,
Oh, that's right.
Hey, I
That was
hate to say
hilarious.
it.
I'm just sitting there like,
Hey,
Team Turnup.
I hate to say it. 2 Frozen Fury
Hey, we don't-
games is always a bad idea. One, you only need to do
It
one.
was awesome. It was a
awesome.
great
What are you
idea.
talking
What's wrong with
That's
you?
an extra day of partying.
But you get
Yes.
you get the joke though, right?
yeah. So they fired Gallant and hired Peter DeBoer from.
Which was weird.
Which is weird. You
I don't feel
fire-
like that's an upgrade.
Because
Call me old-fashioned,
Hey.
but
You fire your coach when you're 3 points from first place, then you hire the guy that's on the bottom of the division.
which team
Yeah.
did DeBoer? He was a
the
coach.
he
Sharks.
was a Sharks old coach.
And what he continued to do as a Shark fan, Shark coach?
He was fired. What do you mean?
What did he do?
alley-oop.
The continued trend of
What? You have the answer.
put the.
He wants you to play
Right,
the soundboard.
right.
The Sharks
Jeez, dude.
tradition?
Yeah.
Yes.
What? You can't just set me up like that, Bustos. Now I'm on the spot. I pressed the wrong one.
There it
like
is.
that.
Zero
One more time.
Stanley Cups. Zero Stanley
He
Cups.
continued the trend of the Sharks.
Like,
They would
okay.
I'm more mad at DJ not getting the tone.
Right?
Everyone's looking at
Everyone's
me.
like,
We're like,
press the button.
button now, damn
what?
it.
What button?
Like you're in Vegas
Oh,
right
when
now.
did
So-
this get here?
Push the
So
button.
that was a weird firing, a very odd firing.
Press
I
the
thought.
button. All right.
I mean, I hope they do worse. I hope they do
The
worse.
whole thing's chaos.
Oh, my favorite.
Hey.
It
Hey.
was just me. Hey, hey. Okay. Is it an upgrade or is it a downgrade?
It's a neutral movement.
It's a downgrade.
It's a
Wrong
neutral.
answer.
It's a neutral.
Nothing.
I feel
I
like
feel like it's nothing.
It's
no.
neutral.
You know, if you were a Knights fan, you wouldn't be upset with this move.
They're pissed.
I'm not a Knights
I'd
fan.
be pissed.
I always
I
like to
actually
read.
have a brain, so I'm not a Golden Knights fan.
I said, put your hypothetically.
They're
Put
pissed.
yourself in
I-
this situation.
I-
I don't hate go.
I
don't hate-
can't because their fans are idiots. Like
Yeah, their
certain
fans are not
Orange County
great,
hockey
but I
team.
actually don't hate the Knights yet.
What the hell's wrong with you?
What is
do you
wrong
mean,
with
yeah?
Bustos?
Yeah.
They've eliminated us
Can
from
you,
the
can you cut his
playoffs.
mic? Can you cut
In the
Bustos'
division.
Can you just cut him?
Take us out.
Just cut him.
And
I
him
don't know
out.
why. I don't know why.
They've been a thorn in
You're
our
right at the
side.
bottom of
on
the
that, so
screen.
I
huh?
bet.
Exactly. He's like, I bet on them
They got
every
announced and I
time.
bet on them.
Hey, that's a point.
Don't go against Vegas. What's the saying?
Don't
Yeah,
go- hey,
never go against the
never
house.
bet-
The
never-
house always
House
wins.
always wins.
Hey,
The
never
house
bet,
always
never
wins.
bet against Vegas at home because you know the Vegas hangover is in effect all the time.
Yeah, I think it was a downgrade. And I and
That
I and
team
I've
has
That
a
wasn't the
chance
case in Game
next
5
year.
against Capitals.
and I've jumped
Oh,
on
boy.
VGK social media, and their fans are pissed.
Yeah,
Super
I would
pissed.
be. 3 points out of first. They've had 2 pretty good seasons, other than that Sharks game.
I mean, I'm okay with that. You know, that team melting down.
oh, I'm
Oh, I'm all
Kings
for
fan,
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
I'm like,
I
oh,
mean,
so you
eating
want to go to
popcorn.
the Cup Finals and be arrogant in your first year? Well, congratulations.
They should hire
Welcome to
John
Earth.
Stevens as an assistant, and
Maybe because of my
What's
hatred.
Willie Desjardins up to these days?
I don't know why my hatred is always Ducks first,
Yeah.
Sharks second.
Because
Knights
crosstown rivalry. It's,
Yeah.
like,
That's
So-
always
it's over.
I don't
That's
know.
the-
it's like Ducks crosstown rivalry, obviously.
It's like in-
Sharks in-state rivalry.
It's
Where
like in sports. I only hate 2 teams.
But crosstown rivalries within your division
yeah.
are in a whole different level. Because, like, yeah, Dodgers and Angels, they have it. Because, but at the
Lakers,
end of the day,
Clippers
yeah,
have
they're in
it.
the different league. Dodgers
not
and
like
Lakers,
Angels.
Clippers.
It's
now.
not like
But like, yeah, teams that are in your division also,
Yeah.
you know, crosstown rivals adds a whole nother level of
It's
the
not-
hatred.
look
to
look
it.
how great. No one the most underrated rivalry of all the nation of UCLA USC. 5 miles apart, 6 miles apart.
Is that
Families
what it is?
divided. Oh, it's not that. It's like 6-7 miles
I
apart.
know it just through downtown to Pasadena.
Yeah, up
or
the
Westwood.
110.
No, yeah,
I'm thinking of the
Up the
stadiums,
110.
but
Well,
yeah.
it takes like an hour to get there. But it's really
5 miles away,
Yes.
2 hours to get there. Right? Depends on what time and what day.
Yeah, but it's like that rivalry. It's like families are divided, houses divided, friends and city is divided. It's a fun rivalry.
Oh yeah, it is.
It's still.
It is
I
very.
mean,
For the
Like,
record,
how many-
Bruce just likes UCLA. He's made it a terrible decision for that one.
Hey, it's fine. I can accept that. UCLA sucks.
Wow. The world's worst UCLA fan too.
Well, hey, you finish.
He's just an honest fan.
You're a bad football
He's
team,
too
a bad
real.
UCLA team, basketball team. No, I
Which
mean,
one of your teams is good, Bustos?
this year? Only the
in
Dodgers
general?
and Lakers.
Lakers, right?
Lakers and Dodgers.
Right.
It was also announced today that the NHL voted the 2014 Western Conference Final as the best
I agree.
series.
Yeah.
Of the decade.
You know, it's-
Of the decade,
I was
yeah, of the
reading-
decade.
I was reading people were mad though that the Sharks Knight series was not voted as the best game.
I mean, it was also a good series, and I don't know if because I was so emotionally invested in it.
I
But
never
I
thought it
still don't
actually-
forget. I still don't. That was the Cup final that year. Everybody has said that the
Yeah.
Yeah.
Western Conference final was
was
the
either
final
the
That's
Chicago-
hands down, no question, the best series. But people were talking
because we won, especially.
no, people were arguing that why is the Game 7 of the
Because that was just a game.
Because Latino Heat won it for us.
no, why is Game 7 like not ranked up there like Game 7 of the
Oh, it's not for the for that.
Yeah.
What was the game? Did they choose a
They
specific
chose
game?
the Toronto versus Boston as the game of the game.
No, that's why.
Which one?
Toronto Boston Game 7.
In 2013, they're probably talking about the 2013.
Yeah.
I'm trying
But
to remember.
Oh, that game
Why-
was
Was that the Riot game?
wacko.
No, that was
that
Vancouver
when they
that
came
Riot,
back?
Yeah.
right?
Why
Boston
why
came
was
back in
that
last
Game
year.
7 not out there of the Blackhawks Kings? Why is the
And I was saying the other day I was watching those highlights. I like
How
the nice
great-
20-minute highlight video
how
of
great-
game 7 of that series, the
How
conference
ner-
finals. I
how
was like
great-
getting nervous again. All like I already know
Yeah.
what's gonna
You-
happen.
you're still nervous, though,
I know
right?
the end, and I'm like seeing certain places. I'm like, oh, watch out.
how crazy would that game was? Down 2-0. You go back.
I was
up
deeply
2-2.
depressed after Chicago went up 2-0. I'm like,
Especially because that one goal, it was such an easy, like it was an empty net.
Yeah.
Like the puck dribbled through, and like Taves was sitting there with a wide open net, and just like buried an empty goal. And I was like, man, it's gonna be one of those games. Like,
And then
really.
Carter had that one redirection when they thought it was a high stick, but
Yeah.
it wasn't.
Oh, yeah,
That's
yeah.
when it
I
kind of
was at
turned
a,
around.
I was at a
after.
watch party at Hooters in downtown LA.
Rest in peace.
Yeah.
That was one.
Location spot was-
Hey, that was just one crazy game.
Yeah.
Like we tied the game. 30 seconds later, they take the lead again.
It's like, oh, we're tied. All right, this is, you know,
It
we got
was.
this
It
one.
was. It was a crazy game.
30 seconds later.
And like when I was watching that, I was like, it's funny because there were so many potential like sad moments as a Kings fan through those years, but we got spoiled, right? We got 2 cups and we have all these great memories and highlights. And then with the Dodgers, the opposite side, we had so many potential great moments, and it's nothing but heartache. It was like we got in the decade, we got 2 championships, but they're both from the Kings,
Right.
and none of them were from the Dodgers.
I mean,
0 for 2.
I mean, we had a third. Everyone forgets the Lakers won 2010.
And you think in the same span, the Dodgers went to the conference final. I know it's the league championship, but they essentially went to the conference final 3 straight years. The Kings also did the exact same thing. They went 3 straight conference finals appearance, but the Kings got 2 championships out of it, and the Dodgers didn't get anything out of it.
And don't forget, we actually
It's like weird. It's weird.
And don't
yeah,
forget,
how
we
that
went,
balance.
we went to 4 in like 8 years because everyone forget the first little run when we went to the conference championship against conference league championship against Cardinals.
Oh,
until
yeah, yeah.
I don't
until
forget
Joe
that.
until
I still don't
never
like the. I
forget.
still don't.
until Joe Kelly, Beans,
Hanley.
That's what I was gonna bring up earlier. We were talking about baseball. So now we're worrying about Boston. What's going on with their investigation? How's everyone gonna feel about Joe Kelly now?
Well, Joe Kelly's a pitcher.
We were saying the
It's true,
pitchers
but
don't
he was
know.
still- yeah.
Pitchers know. Pitchers knows what's going.
You think he was in on the cheating? Is what he's meaning.
Yeah.
Well, Joe Kelly would have. I think Joe Kelly would have mentioned it to play team. So I think,
Would he though?
Well, why do you think all the players are?
Oh, well, that one guy's
Like
the
now,
only
do
one
you
who
think
said
he's talking
anything.
now?
Yeah.
Do you think he's talking now, like after it
I
came
think
out? Like
I think Joe Kelly's told them like, okay, this is what happened. Like, but I'm not saying this. I'm not
But why
saying
wouldn't it
whatever.
have broke if players are so easy to talk after the fact? Why didn't it break? Why did it wait for who was it? Mike.
There's always needs.
Players who
It's
broke
like
did he get,
the-
did
it's
he
like
get
there's
signed?
always
Yeah, he's like,
need.
okay, I
You
got
need
you.
someone. You
I'm
need
spilling
someone.
the beans.
Yeah, you need someone to be the
fall guy.
Fall guy. Yeah.
I mean, it sucks. I just
at Trevor
I hope
Ba-
The only thing is I hope they reopen the whole
Look at
investigation.
Trevor Bauer. He said, "I know a whole bunch of players have told me like Hey,
They want the title stripped.
These is the way we cheated. The Astros have cheated.
And then supposedly there's all these other teams, like I know they mentioned the Brewers and the Rangers, and they're like, it's bigger than just these two teams. Just wait.
I just want to know what the rumor how the Dodgers cheated. There's always something.
I don't think it was cheating as
They
much.
cheated
It
the
was,
fans, man.
they cheated
They
me.
cheated
They
us
cheated me out of
a
memories.
out of memories.
They cheated us out of Coolacoo's, yo.
Yeah, cool, yeah.
He's still on it. Like, I'm just saying, where the Coolacoos at? They cheated Kershaw out of his proper legacy. He's forever known as a playoff choker. Always had that label.
This doesn't
help.
Is Dave Roberts ever? Is
he off the hook now for off the calls?
Beforehand for all the bad calls and stuff.
I mean,
if Dave Roberts went championship year 1,
I think we give
all
the Dodgers
subjective.
a clean slate.
Yeah, right?
We give them a clean slate. But then again, we didn't play Houston though last year. That was kind of pretty bad.
It's the only Nationals, the only team that eliminated us in the last 3 years.
Which also makes what the Nationals did that much more impressive, because if they obviously knew there was cheating, so they were going into some crazy system of, like, they had 3 sets of signs that they would randomly switch, they only picked up. The fact that they won
all 4 games in Houston.
Can we just talk about how the Nationals went into complete honey badger mode with everybody in 2019?
I mean, I'm impressed. The fact
they didn't care who you were. Like, no, you can get this work.
Especially
that's cool. I don't.
Yeah, especially
cool.
after everything, knowing what we know now, it's like I'm not even mad the Nationals beat us. If that meant like beating the Astros the way they did and ruining their legacy.
I'm going to the Phillies. Okay, Bryce, okay.
Dude, they got Coolacoos though.
They got Coolacoos? No?
Philly though? What's up?
Enjoy those 13 years. No opt-outs.
The name of this episode is
Oracle Park probably has Coolacoos, right?
How about a chance of?
I think Coolacoos.
How about a chance of Miller Arenado going to the Cardinals? The new rumor.
Don't you put that evil on us?
You don't want. Yeah, no.
I hope that doesn't happen.
Holding out for the Dodgers.
No,
Arenado. Take a miracle.
That's another team I just randomly.
They not with us.
They're not going to do it.
They won't want to give us.
That's another baseball team I just randomly hate with every ounce of my soul. The St. Louis Cardinals.
I think it has to be the
professional sports in St. Louis. I just hate. Like I want that.
It's the eliminating of the Dodgers. That's what always was.
Yeah, we're still going back to that.
I mean,
they were our kryptonite. It was like we got to play the Cardinals. Even this year when they were like when they were in the walk-on, I was like,
I was hoping. You know what? Honestly, no. Like, but had we actually gotten it done, I'm like, oh, you're gonna destroy the Braves?
Now that PTSD was kicking in, I was just like,
yeah, because I was like, man,
you guys were fearing it. I'm all like, oh, they're gonna get smoked.
All I remember is
it's that
like
chance. It's always
the Cardinals
that
are gonna
chance.
die.
I try to remember the Matt Holiday.
I don't
drop.
ever not want
Like,
them to, but
yeah.
When you think about the Cardinals and the Dodgers in the playoffs, I try to think of Matt Holiday. That's all I try
dropping
to
the
do.
ball. And
It would have
been
been us beating the Cardinals, but just not without Matt Holiday, bobbling the ball in left field.
You wanted the redemption. I'm like,
arc. I've been waiting years for this. Come on down.
Bring the white towels.
That was me in Game 5 before everything went south. I'm just like, oh, the Cardinals have literally sealed their own fate. They don't even realize it yet. It's like you should have lost when you had the chance against the Braves, but no, all right.
Yeah.
I'm like, in an alternate reality, I'm like, the Dodgers, we're gonna take our sweet, sweet time with you, St. Louis. And I'm gonna enjoy every moment.
Don't worry, I'll be gentle.
Don't worry.
no. This will not be over quickly.
This is not.
It's not gonna be over quick either.
You will not enjoy it.
We're going back to Pulp Fiction when he gets the guy in the basement.
We're gonna get medieval.
I'm about to get medieval. That's either this episode is called Coolacoos or
Petty Sunday.
I do like Petty Sunday.
Petty Sunday.
Especially when we started hard on Petty.
I just gotta edit this.
I mean, this right now, like I'm being petty about the Cardinals. I'm like, seriously, I really hate the St. Louis Cardinals a lot. Like I want that. I want.
That's
one of two. That's one of two professional sports teams. Absolutely, I just want their people to suffer.
That's why Chris.
One of two, so that means they're not. One of these teams isn't the Giants or the Ducks.
On the spot again.
On the spot. I'm just trying to. I'm trying to clear the air.
That's how you know we're live.
Just bring it all back around.
He's like, okay, I meant top
not
three.
rehearsed.
Top three.
On that level, regarding baseball or just
You said professional sports is what you said. So that's why I was like,
professional sports.
yeah.
Oh, they're up there. They're in the top 3 along with the Giants and Ducks.
So they're number 3 after those teams.
That's
Yes.
So LAFC is number
4. Like I like to make fun of them. I like to.
Or not.
I like to terrorize LAFC fans.
I meant the Knights. I said
TV.
FC. Maybe it was a Freudian slip.
So
I said FC, but I meant the Knights.
The Golden Knights. They're
Yeah.
like at 5 right now.
Okay.
That's why he was so excited that that LA took the Rams from St. Louis.
That's the one thing I'm like supporting about the Rams. Like you're not in St. Louis anymore.
I still don't like you,
I
though.
would love to go. I would love to go to St. Louis
Take 'em
and just
back,
remind
please.
people, like,
Take
hey,
'em
you
back.
guys ready to?
Take him back.
Like, I want to go to St. Louis and just remind people, like, at a Cardinals game, like, you guys ready to ram it? Oh, that's right. Because we took them from you.
What's their XFL team? Do you remember?
The Battlehawks. I hope we take them too and give them to like
Battlehawks.
We get 2 XFL teams.
The Bakersfield Battlehawks.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah,
No,
that
no, we-
actually
hey,
is.
actually-
we need to put them in San Francisco if I can hate that team.
Wow.
The San Francisco Battlehawks.
We need a rivalry.
The Bay Area Battlehawks.
Yeah.
There you go.
Just give him a second.
No.
Yeah,
take-
San Diego needs
Take
a
away
team.
the, take
They
away
need
the
a team.
Battlehawks from St. Louis in the XFL.
They can have the Clippers.
Give them to
I
St.
told you.
Louis, or no, give them to San
the
Francisco,
Clippers over there, San
and
Diego.
bring back the San Francisco Demons. Just so the Wildcats can defeat them in the $1 million XFL championship game.
We give them to San Diego, so the San
They
Diego
need
fans
something
can
down
heal
there.
that
Put
Chargers.
them at
San Diego,
Qualcomm.
so San Diego State's
Yes.
remodeling that. So
Qualcomm.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They're supposed to get some soccer team. That was a rumor earlier.
yeah,
this
that's
year.
not happening.
Wasn't that Landon Donovan that was going
Yeah.
to own that team? What happened? It fell through?
Yeah.
Come on, Boosters, give us the
It's
source.
like not. It's like the whole David Beckham in Miami. It's gonna take a while for them to get the team.
Right? Beckham's been doing this team for like
Inter
6
Miami,
years.
which they're opening up this season.
Yeah.
They're one of 2 expansion teams. In the
Oh, actually, that's a big story, galaxy-wise. How can we
It's
forget
funny
about
'cause you're
this?
talking about LAFC. So to all the LAFC originals, the ones that are
Good night.
Chivas part
hit my theme song.
Here we go.
And Josh is.
So
leaving
to all the LAFC originals, as Bustos drops
Mike.
his microphone here. No, not
I
that one.
just-
No, not
I
that
just-
one. Aw. Yes, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. So you LAFC original fans that might be chiming in here, the ones that are, also the ones that are, in support of the Mexican national team. So our boy Chicharito,
Say that again.
Chicharito
Chicharito.
is coming to the LA Galaxy.
Official.
It's official. The
Signed.
highest paid player in MLS history. What you gonna do? Huh? How you feel about that now?
What do you think is going to happen? Do
You're
you
gonna,
think a
show
lot
up
of
to, you're, gonna
FC
show up to
fans?
you're gonna show up to Dignity Health Sports Park this season in your L Trade jerseys with Chicharito on the back? You're gonna cheat on
I feel like,
Carlos Vela?
yeah, it's going to be interesting because there's a lot of LAFC fans who were strictly for Vela and the Mexican national team now getting Chicharito.
Surprise, surprise! We done got the Chicharito.
This is your guys' segment. I'm just gonna sit here and
Just nod.
Why did I left for a
Everything.
second?
Yeah, I don't do soccer.
It's okay. I do a little,
It's my-
little
it's my-
snippet of it though.
It's my nap.
Yeah.
It's my nap time.
Yeah,
It's a very pro.
Meanwhile, this guy likes golf, but he's always hating on soccer. I'm
He's
just
like, but
get
soccer-
out.
I'm
bro.
anti-soccer. Every time it brings it up, I'm like, "What were you watching?"
Hey,
Like, oh, that's not a sport.
that's just
man.
my living,
Just
though,
a good
so I have
arrow,
to
man.
like golf.
Even like World Cup
Did
comes
someone
on.
say
Not
Phil
even World Cup?
Mickelson?
Not even. I will do anything. I
World
can
Cup
not
is
to
the
watch
one
it.
time where I feel like people actually come together with
Right.
that soccer love.
Well,
I'm just
I
like,
gotta admit though,
No.
the only bad thing about me now, I started betting a lot more soccer.
Now you're paying attention?
yeah,
That's how you can get your interest in it when there's money on the
Yeah,
line and all of a
exactly.
sudden he's like, no!
yeah.
That
Yeah.
was offside!
Galaxy.
Yeah, I've been watching
signed
a lot
Chicharito.
of. I've been
That was a
wa-
big news story when it came
I've been
out. I was
watching
like,
a lot
whoa.
of Premier League, so because of that.
Oh, yeah. It's a
See,
beautiful
we just
game.
got to get you on the MLS hype.
Yeah,
Well,
man.
MLS, it's so hard to bet, so it's stupid
get
because
you to a
there's
Galaxy
no
match,
there's
man.
no defense, so you can't bet
Get
because
him
you
in
don't
the
know.
Victoria block.
Exactly.
It's so hard to bet MLS because you don't know what's going to happen because there's no defense sometimes played in MLS.
That's why you're going to be that much more invested.
No,
you
because I'll be
can't
more
figure it out.
frustrated and about to throw something at someone because of all the
He
bad
gets
stupid
violent.
beats.
Why you just got to get violent when money's involved, Bustos? He's like, where's my
He's
money?
like,
like,
because
no-
money's involved.
He's talking about
money's
he's saying no
involved.
defense, but he's clearly talking about the El Trafico playoff matchup where it's like the final score was 5-3.
Yeah,
That was the one That was the one soccer match he watched, and there was no defense.
Yeah, you guys are actually into that one too. Like, what's
Tommy-
going on?
Because they scored. You're like,
Tommy and I
"Hey,
are
dude,
Right?
Tommy
This
and
is
I
like
were
hockey.
It's not 0-0 after an hour and a half.
Right?
Plus overtime, plus
Oh, yeah.
extra
And,
time.
Yeah.
and what everyone gets mad about this show, when we talk about U.S. nationals versus the Mexican national team, I'm always hating the Mexican national team.
Always. That's how he is.
Wow.
Bold words. He doesn't even have him as the second team. That's why, like, why can't you have it as your number 2? He's like, USA or bust. Sam the Eagle.
Sam
Uncle Sam. Uncle Sam.
I mean, I feel like the hype on MLS is building.
Oh yeah.
I feel
it
like
is.
LA is very important to the overall league, considering the two teams down here, and then like it's
And
an arms
all-
race.
and it's
It's
all
always
the
an arms race.
championships,
Yeah.
Hey, it's an arm race in every sport here in LA right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's the two teams. Yeah, you can put it Lakers, Clippers, the same thing. Dodgers, Angels, same thing. I
It's
guess
like,
Rams and
Zlatan
Chargers.
leaves Galaxy. Galaxy front office is like, let's go.
That's right.
Okay.
Plan B.
Like, LAFC is like, oh, it's our town now.
Not.
I just wish AEG would make these moves with the Kings and get like these
Well-
high. But then again, who's really out there too? Sometimes.
Yeah, who would really want to go to LA right now?
And I think when the team's ready to compete
make them
again,
move.
hopefully they'll come through. Because like, I mean, with the Gabrick and Carter trades, they were on it. Like they came through when we needed it the
How
most.
stupid is Columbus?
Lumbus.
Out of nowhere.
Hashtag Lumbus.
Hey, Columbus, our favorite trade partner. We
Yeah.
always trade with them.
The King's best farm team.
I'm honestly fully convinced like those
You got a
transactions
goal
turned
scorer
out
that's
with
hurt?
Dean Lombardi to like the general manager of like the Blue Jackets. Like, all right, in
Let me make you an
2012,
offer.
Hey.
Carter for Jack Johnson and a couple draft picks.
It's like
Do
the,
it.
it's like the Dodgers.
okay.
The Dodgers have their favorite trade partners.
Who's the
Cincinnati
Dodgers?
Reds.
The Reds?
2014. The 2014
like
trade for
Tampa Bay.
Gabrick.
How many
Gabrick
Let's go
for
with Tampa Bay.
Gabrick for Fratton and a couple draft picks.
No.
Say it.
If you look at the Dodgers' history, they have their favorite trade partners. They've made more trades with Cincinnati. Like they've made a trade almost every year for the last.
Well, we do with Tampa Bay too because of
Last 3
Friedman.
years.
Because of Andrew, that's all he does
Yeah,
with his own
Friedman.
team. He's like, oh,
So-
Oh, Friedman was brought up for the first time today.
Oh, Bustos. Why did it take so long?
yeah.
Friedman-
As president of the Andrew Friedman fan club, you're letting us down.
I'm telling you, I'm waiting to see with Friedman this year.
You're what?
Waiting to see with Friedman this year.
What? The verdict's still
Bustos
out?
goes to
No
spring
love?
training to get Friedman's autograph. No one else. He gets Friedman's
Andrew,
autograph.
Andrew. Will you
Sign my
sign
magazine.
Sign my back. I'm
Sign
gonna
my-
get it. I'm gonna
like you
get it
sign all those
tattooed.
one-year contracts that don't work.
I'm gonna get it tattooed.
Hey, I
My
like
nipple.
I like Friedman.
We know.
We know.
We know.
I just-
Bustos.
I just don't know if he's gonna make the big move this year.
He's not.
We know.
No, Bustos.
no way.
But I do like the prospects we have, so I don't mind not making that moves.
I think I was more not disappointed not getting a big player was losing.
Vegas suck.
Oh, sorry.
Can't take them nowhere. They're on different pages with this.
All the time.
San Jose
sucks.
You guys are bad.
Yeah,
So-
losing Hunji Rio was
Yeah,
that was my main.
That
thing.
hurt.
So we're not getting no
Well,
That didn't hurt
Best
me
picture
that
of
much.
last
No,
year.
well, that didn't
Come
hurt
on.
me that
Best
much.
picture
How
we
did
had
for
last
you,
year.
man?
A Cy Young finalist
But
being
because-
taken off our roster.
Our
Because
sweet, thick Korean
I-
Jesus.
Like Ryu.
Yes.
But this is gonna be me. My bold prediction.
Here
From
we
Compton to
go.
Seoul.
You remember
bro.
when I made
Bring
the
that
Max
sweater
Muncy
back.
prediction?
Let's hear it.
Get these snaps. The back.
What's Josh Bustos' bold prediction of the week?
Hunting Ryu's only pitched 15 games this year. He's gonna be hurt.
You're saying he's going to?
Yeah.
You're already calling an injury? Mm-hmm. Wow, Bustos.
And I think
that's bold
and
even
I
for
think
you.
Julio Urias,
Bold move, Cotton.
as much will make that big jump and be.
They have to give him the time to do it. They
I
have to
think-
let him play.
Well, he's not gonna pitch as much, but he's gonna make the jump.
No, they need to let him just go now.
No.
Yeah, for sure. The training
No, let
wheels
him
are
go to
off.
play because
Well, yeah.
because it's like
But he's
limit,
still
limit,
gonna be in a pitch limit.
Yeah, I'm with him
He
on
still
that.
will be in a pitch limit, but not as bad of a pitch limit
Nah,
as.
training wheels have to come off.
No,
already.
no, no, you
He's
have
been
to-
training wheels for like
Wait.
4 years.
No, well, he came back from a major injury.
Yeah, but
But he had 90 pitches this year, 90 innings this year. I could see him going at 140, 150, which is perfect.
So your bold prediction is
Urias-
Urias is going to be better than Ryu this year, or just pitch more games?
Urias is going to be better than Ryu and pitch more
Okay.
games.
Wow, you guys heard it. Remember it. Call
Okay,
him on
Josh.
Well-
Josh, okay.
Okay.
I don't think no one's even be mad if that happens because everyone's waiting for Julio to
I
get
mean,
his
yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Everyone's been waiting
And
for him.
It's only
For 4
benefits us.
years.
It only benefits
And-
us.
Juliacan has been
I'm not-
waiting.
I was waiting the first year he came. I was
I'm
like,
not
oh, here
gonna-
comes a kid.
I'm not going to call it though, but Dustin May will probably turn to Walker Buehler if he makes that jump this year.
I can see that.
And Walker Buehler turns into Clayton Kershaw.
Yeah. So why?
Circle
Oh,
of
why?
life.
Walker
Walker
Buehler's
Buehler's
just
Walker
Walker
Buehler.
Buehler.
Hey,
No,
why?
as the standalone ace. I mean, I guess he already technically is.
Well, Kershaw's
like-
still our unofficial ace, even though
I
Walker
feel like-
Buehler is like.
Well, if Julio comes out, then he wouldn't be the standalone anymore. We figure if he's coming up with Buehler.
No,
if he gets
but
up
you know
there.
what I'm saying. With Kershaw's
Yeah.
like our Emirates ace, or how do you want to call it?
What?
What's that word? Like he's not like a past president, but he's not really. They'll still call him president. He's like the when a guy retires, he's not the ace no more, but he still has the title of Emrys.
Yeah,
What are
yeah,
you
yeah.
talking about, Bustos?
I have no idea what you're
That's
talking
a big
about.
word for me, Bustos.
Bustos,
I'm
find
a
a word to
hooligan.
come
We don't
back
use
to
big
us,
words like that
right?
around here.
He's
The co-aces again.
He's the living legend ace.
Yeah.
Living legend for sure.
Yeah.
He's gonna be player manager. That's
Ace,
what we get.
the legend ace.
But I mean, going back to what Rob had said, I agree. Everybody's like, Dodgers are gonna be fine. I'm like, how do you take a Cy Young finalist off our roster and just think we're not gonna skip a beat? Like,
I think
he was
You
great
made
last
no
year.
moves, and then you're like, oh, okay,
I
we
think it's
didn't
a
improve. Like, he's
And
like,
Rich
our
Hill?
team is good right now.
Rich-
Our
I
team
think
is
it's a
fine,
depth.
but then you lose one of your prime pitchers, so
Yeah.
we got technically worse.
I think it's the
And Rich
pitching
Hill.
that we have at the starting pitching.
Yeah, just I mean, there are like just like our problem with outfielders.
Yeah,
we just
we
got
got
too many of them.
I mean,
we're all
we-
pitchers and outfielders. That's all the,
The truth
Dodgers
is, we
is.
didn't need to sign Alex Wood back.
That was
Forget
just
about that too.
I'm okay with that.
1
Yeah,
year.
you don't
1 year
need,
deal.
need him really.
Speaking of Alex Wood, though, just can I just say that this year is going to be the Alex Wood season of vengeance?
I hope so.
And you're not even considering like Stripling, Maeda, all these guys.
Maeda should be.
Well, Maeda's already said he wants to be a starter.
Maeda
He's
should be in
tired.
the bullpen. He's not good.
But what I'm saying with all these other young guys that we're talking like May, Gonsolin, Urias,
Sias Gray.
we still have
Mitchell
too many
White.
pitchers.
We still, yeah, exactly. We still have
I
too
know we
many pitchers.
went back around to Dodger talk again, but
I think we should.
I mean, that's part of what our podcast.
We could
is.
definitely talk more in detail about the Dodgers pitching staff as spring training comes. But God,
but early on, as of right now, it's going to be interesting because like we
Yeah.
said, too many pitches, too many outfielders.
someone will step
Stand out.
up and become Ryu. We'll take Ryu's role. Like everyone's worried about the outfield. Who's going to take over Kemp? Verdugo take over it.
Yeah.
Bellinger move over, man. Muncy and
your boy AJ Pollock.
AJ Paul. Oh, AJ Paul.
That's a boy.
Man, I was like,
AJ
everyone was
Pollock-
so high when they signed. I'm like, all right, just
Hey,
stay healthy.
You know, so
Right.
AJ
Pollock-
Pollock has been getting a bad rap.
AJ Pollock is
I
not
really
bad.
want him to succeed here. I like.
Yeah, me too.
Stay
I don't-
healthy. I really
that's
think
healthy.
he's gonna-
That's the main thing is he has to stay healthy.
Like people
Yeah.
have been criticizing the guy, and it's like, yeah, I know he's had a history of injuries, and I'm like, just give him. Just
AJ and Jock can be a great platoon in left field if both can stay healthy.
especially AJ.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's
Jock's
all.
my guy. Though,
When
so
he's
I'm
been
a
in the
major Jock
lineup,
fan,
when
so I'm
AJ
not
has
gonna-
been in the lineup,
Well-
obviously not counting the
But
postseason what
there's
he had in the
not like not
postseason,
saying it's
but
not a lot of
he.
issues. I mean, he's been working, so hopefully
Jock can't hit lefties if his life depended on it.
he got a couple
but,
hits.
but playoff Jock though.
Yeah,
Can't hit a lefties if
I
his
feel
life
like playoff
depended.
Jock turns into.
I love playoff Jock. That's the reason why.
playoff Jock turns into regular season Jock. Then we're good
Yeah,
to
if
go.
we can get a full season of playoff Jock,
If playoff Jock could actually hit a lefty, he would be an everyday all-star.
right?
Oh, guaranteed. Yeah, I'll lean only down to that.
You guys, all I'm saying is I just miss the Dodgers.
Oh, we're here. We're less than a month
Well,
away.
next
We're there
Saturday is
soon.
Fan
Right there.
Fest, so.
And
And
also,
now we're not gonna get nothing but talk of Dodgers with all this going on.
yeah,
so.
exactly. Usually, what we learned last year, the podcast between March and
April.
September, October is just every episode is like, what are the Dodgers? thinking
What
this,
are
that.
they doing?
Yeah.
What are
Because the
Dodgers?
Kings' playoff hopes are just dwindling then, so there's
Yeah,
nothing to
since
talk about for the
Kings
Kings
season
this
ends
season.
in February.
We got to
Yeah.
the point last year with Kings where we're talking about our AHL guys.
When did we get eliminated or from playoff contention last year? Like February,
Yeah.
late
Before the
February.
podcast,
Like
I think?
in November.
No.
In November.
Officially, the
Hey,
Kings got
we were-
eliminated from playoff contention. I think.
all we were talking about is Castle and
March or so?
Jack
Yeah.
and Hughes. That's all we were talking about.
Oh yeah, that's our hype last year. Was like lose for Hughes,
You lose for Hughes, Crapo for Caco.
And I tell you,
They
I'm
get either of them.
still traumatized from that too. I don't want to talk about it. Like that's why my Kings mindset right now is like, at least we're gonna get a good draft pick. But now I'm like,
Yeah, the tanking doesn't work, and that
I'm
was a
just
good
like-
lesson.
right?
Tanking
I was like
does not work.
rooting for them to lose to get a certain player, and then they don't get that player. It's
like-
oh, we're still losing. We're still losing on a bigger picture.
Anything else we need to discuss?
I feel like we covered it.
We could like
Star Wars?
No.
no.
That was
Star Wars.
last week we
That's
hit the
something
half
I
hour.
wanted. That's something I wanted
I'm
to
like in the
do,
pocket.
like
Let's
you know,
go.
on
I'm ready. I got this. No problem.
on episodes is like yeah, we have our sport, like we have our sports segments. We talk about what's going on in the world of sports, especially here in the Southland. But like, also like talk about like shoot the shots, like what's going on in entertainment, like
Like
Bad
Star
Boys
Wars.
for
So yeah, we're not doing a good job of that.
How
because
was
we're
it?
missing a SAG.
I know
It was
you
pretty good.
saw
I saw Bad Boys for
No
Life last
basketball.
night. It was really good.
Right? He went straight to. We're like Lakers. No, let's talk Bad Boys too.
The only you can say about the Lakers. That's
Oh,
why.
we didn't talk about the Lakers.
So
though,
there's
did
only
we?
one thing you
Did we talk
besides you
about
can
the
say
Lakers?
is
Feels
that
like it
they
was
said
30
LeBron and AD are the only ones that can't be traded.
Yeah, exactly.
Everyone's available.
Everybody's.
Wait, when did that come out? I didn't even know
Days
that.
ago, yeah, they're like,
Because
everyone's
I know all the
available.
Kuzma rumors were out there.
And they started balling. He's like, oh, I might get traded. Let me
And
step
then-
up.
Oh, you're gonna try to trade me? All right.
It's kind of like what happened last year.
He went 8 Mile and bleached his hair, and
Oh God.
He went.
I made a Slim
was
Shady
funny.
joke about his hair tonight or last night.
and then AD bruised his butt.
Yeah, so he's out for a couple more days.
That one looked like it hurt though.
Yeah.
Have you ever fallen on your
Yes.
tailbone? It's the worst feeling. One time I was
I don't wanna
rollerblading
know.
and I
just
fell
don't wanna know.
backwards on my tailbone like I was rollerblading playing hockey and like just both legs went in front of me, fell straight on my butt and I got the wind knocked out of me because I fell so hard and I was just rolling around for like 30 seconds like
And he
sucking,
farted. He's like,
sucking wind just like let's go back.
ouch.
That was
So-
one thing, though. Like, so first place team, and you're still saying everyone's available.
Everyone's available?
You're the first.
Just
you're
wait.
the
It's
West.
not enough.
Like I say in basketball, it doesn't matter until April or March when the playoff starts.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I'm
That's when
saying,
the
but
new
like
season
to
starts.
just straight up
Yeah.
say your whole team is available when you're in first place. It's not like you're like
Yeah.
in between. You're having your ups and downs.
Yeah, you're dominating for the most.
Yeah.
Your team's dominating.
Your players are
It's
going.
LA media. They all want to talk.
Yeah.
Like even Dwight Howard. Can we talk about the Dwight Howard redemption arc? He went from most hated to like most loved over like 3 months.
Yeah, because
When they first signed
Block
Howard,
City, bro. It's just blocking.
well, yeah, when they
nonstop.
first signed Howard, there was still so many
Lakers
Lakers.
like,
Oh, I hate. Yeah,
Yeah,
I was
like,
like
why
that.
would
I
you
was like,
bring
what?
Howard back? Now I'm like, I can't picture this
He
team
said
without
that,
Dwight
like-
Howard.
he's
He's like,
hustled.
I
That's the
said
reason
I'm
why.
sorry.
him and McGee together.
Yeah,
It's just-
Javale kills
They
the
make
team.
up a great center tandem.
Yeah.
And then when Cousins comes,
Cousins.
what happens?
Cousins not coming back.
Playoff
to
cousins, they
playoffs.
said. That's,
Playoffs.
Yeah,
that's the
playoff
rumors.
boogie.
Playoffs.
But so
He might get
who's
traded.
who's
just
the odd
because
man
of
out?
this. He might.
No, I
Oh,
don't-
it's on Boogie.
I
Because
literally
you don't
forgot
need
that DeMarcus Cousins was on the
You don't
Lakers.
need
until
Boogie.
Yeah.
And the only time you need
I'm like,
Boogie.
oh, that's right. You have
They
need
have
offense.
another
Yeah,
all-star.
Boogie.
They have another all-star in the
Okay.
wings waiting. But can he get up to playoff
No.
intensity with
No.
missing the whole season?
No, he's not going to be.
We already have that in one person, and his name
Alex
Alex
Caruso.
Caruso.
The GOAT.
Knew it.
The
I knew we were
GOAT.
going Caruso.
Caruso.
Caruso. The
The
Caruso.
Caruso.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Caruso.
Hey, man.
The bald mamba.
Bald eagle.
Bald mamba.
You need a soundboard for that.
A soaring
we need
eagle.
to eat
Just like a soaring
Yes.
The
Hey,
soaring
Caruso
eagle.
goes, man. He plays hard. You can't even.
And he was
At
like,
first, it was just funny, and then he's like, I'm gonna roll with it. Like,
Yeah, and
trying to
he's
be
like-
humble about it, but then he's like, I'm gonna ball out now. Let me see.
and he's like 10th in All-Star voting.
Bro, he's way up
Like,
there.
the
He's in
fans
front of,
are like-
he's in
I
front
think
of Russell
I think he's
Westbrook.
further up. I'm like,
Yeah?
He's like top 5.
I'm honestly rooting for him to get voted into the All-Star game.
Hell yeah.
He has
to be
more
like,
votes than
Alex
Russell
Caruso,
Westbrook.
All-Star.
Yeah, then
And
like,
like, I forgot who else. Else is ridiculous.
He's
It's
my
hilarious.
basketball John Scott right now.
basically, he's gonna be the captain.
No,
I'm with it. All right, guys. I feel like this was a solid ep.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Lakers for avenging the Dodgers last night by
Houston?
destroying the Houston
And
Rockets.
also LeBron wearing a Dodger hat to the arena.
Yeah, that was troll level
Yeah.
100.
He's like, I'm with you guys. And I'm like, LeBron, you know the fastest way to win the city over? Because that's the
Rocking
fastest
a
way
Dodgers
to
shirt, rocking a Dodgers hat.
Rob still hates him.
I can't. He just switches baseball teams like it's like hotcakes.
Like Snoop switches
LeBron?
teams.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Snoop.
Like
No,
Snoop
no, no,
switches
no.
Snoop, who's your favorite hockey team?
No,
Cleveland,
LeBron,
he's a humble. I
LeBron
give it.
legitimately is an Indians
Yeah,
fan.
you
Oh,
see,
yeah.
yeah.
I
Snoop
just like
is
messing with
like
him. I mess with him all the time.
jumping
But-
all around.
Pander, but like rocking
pandering.
a Dodgers hat for the because he plays in LA. All right,
That makes sense.
I can respect.
In Houston.
Drew Doughty
Yeah.
still won't wear a
Petty.
Dodger hat.
No?
He's Toronto. Oh,
He's
he's
a
Toronto.
I was in the
hardcore.
Blue Jays,
Blue
but
Drew
Jay.
Doughty wears like 5,731 variations of Toronto Blue Jays hats.
The only time he'll wear a Dodger themed gear is when it's like Dodger night. For warm up, that's
when
it.
they force him.
Yeah, when they force him, but all the other
It's like,
players.
put on,
As long as-
put on the jersey, Drew.
Matt Green was a hardest
Yeah, he
core
was.
Dodger
He always
fan.
tried
As long as he wear blue.
He had
it's fine.
season seats, I think, too.
Yeah,
Didn't Matt
I
Green
mean,
have
Matt
seats?
Green
in
is-
2012 when they had
Yeah.
Dodger
when he
night,
went
the
and
Dodger, he
just-
came full Dodger uniform.
Yeah, you're
He
the
actually
whole
finessed
get-up.
himself to be in the
He did.
dugout during the game,
Yeah.
like during a game, actually.
Matt
Because he
Green
looks like a player?
is-
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's actually
First
hilarious.
baseman Matt Green.
yeah,
Dude, and
Number two.
Even when you see him out in the streets, he's always has that hat on.
yeah.
Still
Dodger
rocking
blue.
the Dodger hat.
Always.
And he's still part of the organization. He's great.
Yep.
And he
Matt-
still won us
Matt
over.
Green.
We
One
told
of the
you.
great, nicest guys out there too.
I feel
Funny
like
guy.
that's the easiest way to pander to LA sports fans is
Yeah.
rock Dodger gear.
Matt Green,
Everyone's like,
friend of the podcast. Just throwing this out there.
for sure.
We should invite him next week.
You know Matt
Want me
Green
to drive by his
got
house?
hit
Yeah, go by his
He
house.
got hit by a Jeep before a game.
Hey man, Cliffy's house.
I think he
Just
still
drive
plays.
by.
So was the Jeep okay?
And there- was
So
the
what
Jeep
happened to the
okay?
Jeep?
They tell this
Drive up
story,
the
I guess,
street,
if
go
they were like
here,
in
go to Cliffy's
Edmonton.
house.
Go to Matt Green's
Go say
house.
what's up to Muzz's wife real quick. What's up, Muzz?
Dang.
They all live right there.
Oh, 'cause you
Rob
just
works
said
by where all the kings.
Muzz's
I made Cliffy's
wife.
house.
You made his house?
Yeah, I'm framer. I do framing. So we're there, and then like only people that come in there that aren't working are the owners. And just walked in, and everyone's like, "Oh, someone's here." And I was like, "Oh, whatever." And I turn, and no one knows who it is but me. I'm just sitting there, and I was like, "What's up, Cliff?"
Drop your hammer.
What's up, guys? Good job. And I was like, "What is
You just
going
drop your
on?
hammer?
Is this Cliffy's house?"
Yeah, you seen Muzzin walking.
Yeah,
he
Muzzin's
lived
like,
around, and
"What's up,
then
guys?" Yeah.
that was
He
the
lives
time when I was joking with Rob because I knew he works like where all the Kings live, and I was like,
Okay.
that was when Muzzin got traded. I was like,
the Hermosa Manhattan Beach
Yeah,
corridor.
that's all-
I was
that's all
like,
I were, yeah.
and he
I
said,
live in El Segundo, so I'm like, it's not uncommon to see
Yeah,
those
so I
guys
would go in
running
there,
around.
and I see him all the time. Muzzin
and
right
did you
there
say
saying, "What's up?"
the day Muzzin got traded, all the Kings players were
Everyone
there, right? They
showed
had
up.
like a
It happened to be the
party or
All-Star.
something.
Yeah, they all were there, just doing extracurriculars.
Having a few beer
just-
skis, and all of a sudden, hey, Jake, you got traded to Toronto. Like, what?
What? Yeah, we
You see the
practiced.
cars pull up, and you just knew something was happening. And everyone's
You're
like,
like,
tripping. Why
"Can
are
you
these
sign
nice
my
cars
construction
coming?
belt?"
So I was walking outside. I was like,
Oh my God, that's
So,
True
guys-
Daddy. Oh my God, that's Trevor Lewis.
solutions.
Can you sign my hammer?
Of all things, like,
Sign my 2x4.
You want to sign this piece of wood?
Sign my 2
Do I?
You got my
well, they would
belt?
see
Sign
me
my
and they would
two
notice
belt.
it because I always wear my Dowdy sweater. So every time I'm walking, they're just looking at me. I was like, oh, they're not used to a guy like.
You're like, oh, fan. Oh, you work.
Are you working?
And I was just
Both?
like, what's up? I'm not like everyone else running. I was like, hey, what's up, dude?
And what are like?
He's
Oh,
walking
you,
his dog.
I'm the
Like,
same
walk
way.
your
With, like
dog.
whenever I've
Just let him
I've
be
gone randomly to like bars down in like
And-
Hermosa or Manhattan Beach, but
let them
varsity
be,
player, I'm
man.
like,
Or the green room.
I was just saying, or the chairman's room.
Chairman's
I
room.
don't treat anybody special. I'm like, oh, what's up?
Yeah, just that's all they want to. Like
Nobody-
So
Yeah,
tired
I
of
don't
Not
treat
one
being
anybody.
person.
I don't treat anybody special. I'm like, all right.
Not even if walking through that door
Was Johnny
Where?
G.
Was Cat
Jimmy
Jimmy
G.
G.
Same.
Same
Oh,
thing.
man.
What's up,
You're not
Johnny?
gonna be like that one GIF where he's like,
Oh my God. No.
Jonah Hill.
Jonah Hill.
No, that's
There has to be one
That's my
athlete.
mentality. Like around like if I meet like famous people, I'm like I know they want to be treated like the same, like like a regular person.
Yeah.
Like, they don't want to be like There are times where it's like, all right, yeah, it's cool to be be like, oh my God, it's you. But most of the time, it's like they
I
want
think
to be
because you're like, as soon as I ask for a picture and someone sees it, and they're gonna get bombarded.
You're gonna blow up the spot.
So like it's,
I ran
that's
into
my,
Jansen at
like
Whole
that's the
Foods
way
last
that's the
season
way
before
I
the
am.
season
Like
started,
towards
and I was
celebrities.
just, that was the only time I was like,
Who'd you run to?
Jansen, Kenley Jansen
Oh,
last year before
yeah.
the season started at Whole Foods, just with like 2 carts full by himself, and I was just like,
That's how that played in your head.
so I was right there, and I just turned, and I was like, just like looking like, what's wrong? I was like,
He had a snippet
So
the other
huge.
day where he was in his house. He was talking about his view and all that. I was like, and Cynthia was saying he lives in that area. You know what I mean? It was a nice view, like
and no one, like,
Catalina.
I was like, he
and-
must be here all the time because everyone's just like, it's just whatever, it's just
Oh,
Kenley.
it's Kenley.
Yeah.
Getting the usual Kenley.
I just what's up, and that's it. But I was like, man, that was the only time I was like, man, I probably should have, but I was
That's
like,
something I would have done. I'm like, what's up, Kenley?
I ran into Slava Voinov at Walmart one time.
Don't talk about Slava.
Was he in the electronics section?
He was,
You're shopping for a new
Oh,
TV.
okay, that's enough.
oh.
And on that note,
And on that note,
So we're gonna end the podcast on a Slava Voinov
No,
electronics
we're not.
electronics store joke.
and that
I have
note,
no idea who you're talking about. This-
That name does not ring a bell.
That's
though
mean Sean Walker.
Christian and I did troll him that one time when he first got suspended. Remember, he was skating by
really,
himself.
really talking about Slava.
And he got in trouble for
Yes.
that. Yeah, that was a
Yeah,
big
me
deal.
and Christian were trolling
The
him.
team got in trouble for that.
Yeah.
For allowing him on the.
Yeah, for allowing him on the ice.
What was that song we played for him all by myself?
Yeah.
Because he had a skate.
Can you mute all these guys' mics real quick?
Yeah, no more Slava. No
Christian's
more.
like, no more Slava.
No, seriously,
We apologize for that comment.
Christian brought it up.
I didn't bring
Thanks, Christian.
Sean Walker. That's who we're talking about.
Yeah.
Clearly, we're talking.
Michael Hanses? Who are we talking about? Or you're just gonna name all 26?
No, Nagy wore 47. Chase Utley.
Wow, Chase. Guys,
not
solid
doing it.
episode.
Was.
Yeah.
What episode is this? 2-2?
Two.
Season 2, episode 2,
two.
Petty Sunday.
Overall, episode 27.
I lost track.
Alec Martinez, if we're going off the old rules.
Yeah.
Tommy
Matt
Lasorda,
Kemp.
if we're going off the current rules. But yeah, guys, thank you, Rob, for
Thank you guys, man.
your
It was fun.
first appearance on the Hooligan Sports Podcast.
There's a seat always available for you.
Yes.
Yes.
Don't tell me that, man.
Now that Bustos gave you the blessing, he knighted
Yeah.
you right now.
Yeah.
It's usually always
Wait, did
riding on him.
Bustos just break up with Tommy? And replaced him with
Oh
Rob?
my
He's like,
Oh,
he's
no.
like,
Tommy, we miss
Don't
you.
worry.
he's
We
like,
miss
you're Tommy now. So
Tommy's gonna kill
Don't
you,
worry.
Bustos.
Don't worry, Dad will be back
Dad will
eventually.
he just
I
went out
miss
to
Tommy.
pick out some milk. He'll
Yeah.
be back.
Yeah.
Dad will be-
Eventually.
But yeah, guys, solid episode. Same next week, but on Saturday, right?
Yeah, we'll be back on
Maybe.
regular schedule Saturday.
Maybe.
Hopefully,
Maybe.
hopefully.
All-Star
more than
Saturday because the NHL All-Star game is that night.
likely. The skills?
Skills.
No.
The
Yeah.
The
games on
skills
Saturday?
competition is on Friday.
Bustos and I are going
The
to
All-Star
Vegas for our
game is
birthday.
Saturday.
Yeah.
When did they change
Oh,
it?
that's right,
Just
because
this
it's
year?
birthday.
And me
No,
and
they did it last year where they did the skills competition on
You
Friday.
might be down 2 guys. It's their
Yeah,
birthday
Bustos
weekend.
and I are hitting strip club and casinos next week. for
Okay,
our
so
birthday.
next episode is up in the air, but
Yeah.
follow along.
It should be tentatively next Saturday.
maybe. We
Also,
have 2 birthdays we gotta celebrate. Depends if we can make it out of our.
if you guys are into cool T-shirts, there's a cool website I've heard of called hooligansports.net.
Yeah.
With some great new stuff.
It's just some cool little sports shirt website. You should check it out. Like this shirt here, or I don't know if that one's still available.
That's a classic.
It's a classic.
This is a classic, yes. Classic.
But yeah, guys,
Classic.
fun episode.
Should bring that one back.
Christian,
Those guys-
what's our final word? What are we gonna end on?
Final word.
Putting you on the spot.
is-
You
Final
took
word
you
is
took too
that
long.
Houston
You took too long. Bye, guys.
Wow! I was like Houston cheated.